where we coming from? The night train page, yeah.
Yeah.
Still don't see. Oh, there we go. Shit.
What's wrong with it? Do that part, okay. Chill down too long. All right, baby. I'm had that pump in the background. Huh? Oh. Huh? Huh? I ain't looking at it. Oh, definitely sound like I might say, but you know.
More sports, more movies, less.
Fellas,
Yeah, what's up, man? Brother O'Reilly.
man, it's been a long day, man. It's been a long day. Hey, man, go ahead.
I was just about to say before everybody started fussing at us. You know what I mean? Like we had to work through some technical difficulties, but you know, Kev got us through, man. You know what I mean? He put that brain to work, man, and we here. That's all that matters, man. We here on this beautiful Thanksgiving evening. You know,
that's all that matters.
At the end of the day, that's all you can ask for. How y'all boys feeling tonight, man? Yeah, what's up, man?
hey, who? They got to be O. They got to be O. You over there watching it, bro? You in the live and you over there watching it, man?
No, I'm trying to cut the live on. Lord help me, I'm trying to cut the live.
What you cutting it on for, man?
Ain't that how you go? Don't I supposed to cut on so people can follow, look at on my page?
You ain't got to listen to it while you on the live though.
That's why I'm saying when I first hit it, baby, I had to cut the volume down. Let me do something right now if y'all don't mind, because I see where the energy going early. Let me just do something right now. Everybody bow their head for a minute. Father God, bless these brothers tonight. Don't let nobody cuss. Don't let nobody get out of line. In Jesus' name, amen. Listen to this here. Give me 2 more seconds here. Give me 2 seconds. I got a scripture I want to read right quick out the Bible. Give me 2 seconds here. Colossians chapter 3. This for Drew right here and Kevin. Verse 8. The Bible said, but now you yourselves are to put all these things away. Anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy language out of your mouth. That's Colossians chapter 3, verse 8. Carry on.
Hey, you know the funny thing about that, I always used to want to know though, like what do we qualify as filthy language? Because you know,
that's
like
a good question.
Yeah, I could say booty, and that could be,
right.
You know what I mean, that could be filthy language. You know what I'm saying?
To me, that's filthy language.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So like, you know, like my thing is they didn't even speak our language at that time though.
They didn't. But so when you look at filthy language, you got to consider language that offends your fellow brother. And if it offends your fellow brother, you could do 1 or 2 things: either quit hanging with him or try to avoid it while you with him.
Yeah, but that's for people who live their life by Christian standards, right?
No, that's for just period.
who live their life by but you read from a book that subscribes to people who subscribe to Christian belief. Like not everybody subscribes to those beliefs.
Not
Like
everybody.
Wait, time out. This how we gonna start it off tonight.
hey,
You know what?
no,
You
because
know what?
the reason why I'm saying that is he said wait, pray again. They missed the
Yeah, you talking about what
You know what I'm saying?
so I
You know what I'm saying?
somebody
Somebody with Ori. They with Ori early. That's what I'm talking about. He been with Ori early, man. Come on, man. I'm trying to get some Jesus on the night train, man.
Wait, real quick before we get started, man. As you know, the night train is seeking sponsorship, right?
Oh my God.
And wait a minute, man. Only reason I say that, when I picked up this cup, you know, I got a rule now, man. We just don't be posting and talking about brands if they not sponsoring. But I'm live from the 337 tonight, man. I'm live from Acadiana tonight, man. And I had to stop and get me a nice little drinky drink tonight. And the only reason I'm gonna show this logo is because I reached out to Coconuts and I ain't get no response. So that's the only reason I'm gonna show this logo. So I'm gonna drink my little drinky drink tonight. And maybe, just maybe, if one of the viewers are watching out tonight, because for some reason I have a feeling this is gonna be the most viewed podcast. I don't know why. I think somebody dropped some news.
Some news
early. Somebody was just thinking late last night, and they said, you know what? I'm gonna post this at midnight so they can talk about it at the table. So I don't know if y'all saw anything posted on Facebook. Drew, did you see something?
I saw something around by 12.
12 a.m. or 12 p.m.
AM, baby. AM.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
You know what I mean? So like, I mean, and you know, that's what we are. That's what everybody here for tonight. Because usually,
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Usually we float around. Kev, you know why this the funny thing. Usually, Kev, you know, late when we get started late on the pod, we usually float around, you know, maybe 25, 30. You know what I mean? When we first opened up, Kev, we about 70 right now. Holding, you know what I'm saying? Just opening up the pod. You know what I mean? So evidently they hear the, you know, they hear
where y'all be at when we be dropping episodes every week? Y'all come for that messy I'm not, you know, we just got out of prayer, so I'm not gonna really talk about, but y'all come for that messy SHIT. Y'all don't, when we out here dropping knowledge, when we out here trying to bring the community together, y'all don't like that SHIT. Y'all want to come when a certain somebody say they want to run for mayor. Oh, who that is running for mayor? Oh,
you know what, man?
No, cut that camera back on. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, time out. Come back. What's going on? I'm trying to figure out.
I went out like that, man. What happened?
Hey, it must have been the Lord.
It must have been the Lord, man.
We gonna give you the flow for a while though, you know, because everybody really here. They want to hear what you got to say, man. They a lot of people really here to hear what you got to say. What's your point of view? What's your reasoning? Of course, you got a lot of them that's here, you know, and with a lot of anger and malice in your heart, just like you read in the verse just recently. you got a lot of them here in support. You know what I mean? So people came to hear what you got to say. Before me and Kev get into the questioning and, you know, and starting to dig deep into your approach and mentality when it comes to this campaign, we want to give you the flow and let you kind of, you know, open it up and say what's on your mind initially.
Yeah. Well, let me just start off by saying God is truly good. Let me just say that off the top. Yeah, God is good, man. But now I'm glad to be here with y'all fellas tonight, man. It's been a while, and I knew our paths were gonna cross again. And I applaud y'all brothers, man, for the work y'all do and for what y'all try to do. It's remarkable. As you know, man, last night I did drop a message on Facebook. I got to give me a TikTok and Instagram and all that other stuff. But I did drop a message, man. It's time for Ori to step up, become the next mayor of Bogalusa. I prayed about it for about a year. I met with my wife and my kids. Those were the primary decision makers for me to help me make my decision. And I just kind of prayed on and meditated on it, man. After you know, a long period of just thinking and planning and strategizing. I decided it's time to step up as mayor. I never wanted to be Mayor Bogalusa. That's not a dream of mine. If we really had somebody who I felt could take us where we need to be, I would support them. But at this time, I don't see it, and I got to step up and do what I feel is necessary to lead our city in the right direction. Let me just say this to you: I'm running a clean, positive campaign.
Mhm.
Ori is not getting tied up with mud slanging. I don't care what somebody do in a private time, in a private space. That's not my job. Ori, secondly, is not going to be entertaining and responding to mud slanging. We're going to focus on the issues at hand. Bogalusa is suffering. A lot of chaos, a lot of uncertainty, and it's just unstable to me.
Mhm.
And we don't have time to focus on negativity, man. It's time to move the city forward and do what's in the best interest of the people. There are large amounts of people in this city who feel left out. There are large amounts of people in this city who feel we headed on a collision course, and these people have packed up and left. Some are no longer engaged. Some are trying to leave. What broke my heart, three of my homegirls, who I'm cool with, called me in the same week. All three of them, in talking to me, told me they was moving to Covington. One was moving to Hasbro, two moving to Covington. It broke my heart because I'm just like, wow, what y'all moving for? Oh, I'm not gonna tell you the issues they said, but this here, that there, man, and Bogalusa, this shit. I'm just like, oh my God. I said, let me ask y'all something. Let's just say if I was to run for mayor, would y'all consider staying and give me a chance? And two of them said, yeah. One of them said, oh, only way we stand if Jesus come back. So, and she bought her house, so she's planning on leaving. It saddens me to see the city I love, the city I was born and raised in, get to a place where people feel there's no hope here, where people don't see the opportunities here for all, and where certain people have been pushed out, where people are being bullied every day. People are being harassed every day. And you know what's the saddest thing? And I probably shouldn't say this here because I'm gonna get in trouble twice a day on this campaign trail because I got to be honest and I'm not gonna be all political. But the truth is, we have allowed the narrative to be. I'm trying to dress it up. God, dog, I just said how I want to say it. Let me scratch that. We have allowed the wrong people to become leaders in this town. And these people have put Bogalusa in such a dark space. And our town is now one of the messiest places on planet Earth. It's negative, it's messy, and it's petty. We have no reasoning. We don't operate with no logic, and nobody's willing to talk with each other and work things out. Every time I got a problem, it's Facebook. I'm attacking you. Let me bring you down. And you know what I don't like? I don't like that the people who know better don't hold these other people accountable. I don't like that. That gets under my skin. And I'm gonna say this here. We finna talk. This guy talked to Ori yesterday, this morning. I'm sorry. He said, Ori, I just don't like all the back and forth, man, between you and these other people. I said, hey, park your brakes, baby. I said, have you ever seen Ori post something about anybody? Have you ever seen Ori talking about anybody on social media? No, I hadn't. I said, well, why you say back and forth? That's my problem. We don't like accountability. We don't want to hold the people accountable who doing the stuff wrong. So we try to blend everybody in and make it sound like it's everybody. No, if we hold each other accountable, we can have a great city. And that's what I don't like. That's why we running for mayor. I'm going to be accountable for my actions. I'm going to be accountable for this city. I'm not going to blame no administration. I'm not going to blame the people from 30 years ago. Whatever problems we got, it's our problems today. We're going to meet them head on. We're going to set our shoulders. We're going to plant our feet, and we're going to do our best to move the city in the right direction. All the blaming, all this back and forth bickering, I'm sick of it. Bogalusa can be a great place, but I just feel we need the right leadership and people that will be a voice for all, but you can't be a voice for people if you don't listen to all people. And that's just where I'm at with it, man. I'm in the
No,
house.
you got these comments starting to light up, and I like it. Give us something to talk about. Hey,
Well,
man, they saying you part of the problem. Oh,
give
that
me. So listen, all we doing tonight is facts. We ain't talking about hypotheticals and lies and myths and drama. Give me an example of what that means.
So look, I'm
Maybe
gonna
you
say
can help
this.
them out.
I'm gonna say this, y'all. I know. Oh man, them numbers up, Drew. I've never seen them like that before.
Hey
I'm gonna
man, look,
say
I
this.
told you, man.
I'm gonna say this, y'all. I know many of y'all are new to the night train. I know many of
Bring
y'all are
bring your
new.
bring your mic close, Kel. Bring your mic close.
I know many of y'all are new um, to how we operate on this show, especially on live episodes. So when you're in those comments, we're gonna go directly to you. So we got a Nichols that says you part of the problem. So if you can address something that Pastor Michael O'Ree has done, put it out there because
Right.
I mean this is
Other
one of
than
the
that,
first. This is one of the
let's
first
just
times
keep
that
pushing.
in the past, somebody's dropped they running for mayor, and you may see them on your front doorstep asking for a vote, but you never seen them the night that they drop here publicly on a platform. You can talk to them now. So, hey man, what we got? What we got in the comments, man? Because I really want to
And
get to the
Kevin,
bottom of some of these things. Go ahead, O.
and that's the problem. That's what's wrong. That's what's destroying our city. We are not operating with logic and reasoning. People are just saying anything, and people are running with lies. And this is what I tell my church. I tell my family: don't believe nothing you don't know, and don't repeat nothing you don't know. Don't be a surface-minded person. If you that nosy, go find out. But if you jealous and you messy and you threatened by these people, then just be honest. I'm a little insecure. I'm a little jealous, man. I don't like what they doing. I should be doing. It was my dream. I mean, let's just be honest. We can get some help for you, but that's what's destroying our city. The fabric of our city is messy. It's negative. And every time I got a problem, I don't run to the person. We not meet with parents no more. Everybody's on Facebook venting. And then watch this here. How will we track any businesses to come to a messy place? You got Amazon that may be looking at relocating here or creating a business in industrial park. Why would they want to come here to participate in the chaos and the drama and the mess? What happened to the old day? I just don't like it. I just go home and cook my food and go to bed
Hmm.
Yeah. Hey,
before social media.
Go ahead, Kel. What you about to say?
it's just my opinion on it.
Uh-huh.
I feel like if you don't want the job or if you aren't qualified for the job, don't get mad at somebody else that want to do it. Now, if O did something personally to you, that's something totally different. But what I don't like how messy politics gets. I don't understand it. I don't understand how, it's kind of like sports, man. It's one on one. Like
Hmm.
I just don't get why people start throwing, dirt on people when they want to run for something and it gets so messy. Like you see every election get messy. I just never understood that. And I get it. You do it kind of you trying to get that vote, but it's just messy, man. I don't
All right,
know.
so I'm I just want to be curious to know how you're gonna balance religion and politics. Because I feel like that's something that's gonna be, you know, a target that a lot of people are gonna have is like how you gonna balance the two. Because most of the time, especially in southern states, like these days, especially it's a lot of people that don't like to mix the two. You know what I'm saying? Who's not interested in mixing the two. So
Right.
how do you be a mayor for all when all people are not the same faith? You know what I'm saying? All people don't believe in the same things. How do you make decisions if all those decisions are going to be predicated on your belief system? You know what I mean? So like how do you plan to deal with that is a question I know a lot of people are probably, and this ain't got nothing to do with no mess or no drama. This just got to do
Yeah.
with, your choice and lifestyle, as far
Right.
as how do you plan to balance that out?
That's a great question, Drew. We have laws on the book that the police and our city council have to follow, and the administrative staff have to follow. So watch this here. My role as the mayor will not be the role of city council. I don't have to vote on anything. So somebody want to open up alcohol and sell it on Sunday. I don't know if that's still on the books or not, but let's just say for an example, that has nothing to do with ORE. The city council will vote for that. Now, could I have an opinion in the matter? Yes. But what I'm saying to you is I don't have to vote on it. Secondly, the police is the one that have to police the city and make sure things are running orderly and running smooth. And these ordinances that's on the book, the police will be the one to enforce them. The reason I left the city council because there was a vote that contradicted my belief in Jesus Christ. And so I didn't feel comfortable with that because on one end, I'm here to represent the city of Bogalusa as a city councilman. On the other end, I'm going to be a Christian 24/7. And when those two collided that way, I felt it was time for me to walk away. As mayor, I don't have to vote on anything. I have to enforce what's already established. And my integrity and my faith in God will allow me to do the right thing in those critical moments. I cannot think of one single issue that will stop me from being an effective mayor at any time over the 4 years of my term. I've thought about it. I prayed on it. If you could think of one, give me an example, and we
All
can
right,
talk
so
about it.
all right, so say like they have a gay pride parade. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? To come through, Bogalusa. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
it's important to support all citizens. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And if you're gonna be, mayor for, like,
Right.
will your faith not allow you to show up at that parade to support?
So it's not many parades that I personally care about, but as mayor, I'll make sure if they getting a permit, they'll have a permit. I won't block them from getting a permit. They pay their fees like Mecca pay their fees. That's on them. If they meet all the other qualifications, they'll meet their qualification. They can have it. I won't be there. Period. But the reality is, I won't stop them from doing it if they do what's right according to the city ordinances.
Mhm. Oh no, I hear you, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a fact. Like, I'm trying to figure out, because I like it. So for instance, say if it's on so that means that you're gonna eliminate your participation in all situations, whether it be for like pro Christianity or anti Christianity. You're just not gonna visit them across the board, because what it can be viewed as is like, oh, you're gonna go to all the things that you believe in with your faith and support them because your presence means a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Like the presence means a whole lot. So
Right.
your just as much as your absence means. So
Right.
what you're saying is across the board, you're going to eliminate participating in those type of activities, not to bring about any type of, animosity or feelings of disdain or neglect.
Right. So let me make this clear, and I'm gonna stay on this till I die. If I ever got to pick between God and the mayor, I'm gonna pick God.
Uh-huh.
Period. And if it calls me to be recalled or resign or lose, oh well, me and God will be cool together. That's number one. Number
Uh-huh.
two, I'm not going to discriminate against anyone as mayor of the city.
Uh-huh.
That means I will not block them. I will not cause any harm to them or make it difficult for them to get things done,
Uh-huh.
because we've seen what it has gotten us where we try to block certain people and stop certain people. That will not be a part of my campaign. That will not be part of my strategy team.
Uh-huh.
Here's
Let me
what I
say,
am
can I
saying to
interrupt
you.
you real quick?
Yeah.
You were saying something about an ordinance earlier and blocking stuff. Now, Drew, I know you probably know where I'm about to go with this.
Uh-huh.
How you feel about a hookah lounge coming up, man? Because that's an ordinance.
Man.
There's
So
this ordinance, man, and
yeah.
I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole and mention who blocked it because we got a lot of viewers tonight, so I'm not even gonna do that. Y'all go back and look at the previous episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we got to talk about that
Hey,
ordinance.
Drew.
So
Uh-huh.
But I mean, Kevin, let me say something to you. At the end of the day, I trust in God. Period. Now, as the mayor of the city of Bogalusa, again, I will not discriminate against anyone. The hookah lounge is something the city council have to prove if you need a zoning. Hookah,
wait,
I don't know what it's
time
called.
out. I need you to enunciate that the correct way.
What
It's
is
not
it?
a
A
hookah
hookah?
lounge. No.
A hooker.
Hookah, man. Just hookah.
It's
Yeah.
a hookah.
That boy
We
said.
don't really like hookers or hookers. I don't really like none of it. So
Well, hey, I'm
you
gonna
know what I'm
say this.
saying?
Because I told you we were gonna go there. We were gonna joke about some things. Now
Yeah,
you talking
yeah.
about paying for stuff. We ain't paying for no yamps either, right?
We ain't paying
Remember,
for no stamps.
we ain't paying for
We ain't
no
paying for
stamps.
no stamps.
We okay.
We ain't paying for no stamp. Let me tell you something. It broke my heart about 3 weeks ago, man. This girl came and seen me. One of my old students from about 10 years ago, man. Her lights turned off. She needs some money to get her gas on and the water. Get her water turned on, man. She came to Mr. O'Ree, asked Mr. O'Ree for some help. And, she talked about that situation. And let me tell you something. Yeah, I done helped some dollar for dollar people, you know, with stamps in the past. Yeah, they had $100. I give them $100 and help them out. They go do what they need to do. That's in the past. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not gonna sit up there and lie about those things. But what I will say this to you: those people coming to me because I know them personally. Sometimes they need some help. Now, here's what I am saying to you: once I realize, hey man, that's just not for me. I don't care about that stuff. No, I don't pay sales tax. Let me stress that to you. And this lady mentioned something about uh our church. Oh my God. She put this on Facebook, so it's public record that she seen my wife in the lumberjack using our church ID number to buy food and get it free. If you own a restaurant and you pay your sales tax, you have your health permit, you get your permit from the city, and you get your permit from the fire department, you will get a classification that will allow you to be tax exempt. So I don't pay tax because I have a legit restaurant, and I pay sales tax in the city of Bogalusa. Let me stress that because that's important. So a lot of people running their mouth and talking, but if you go look at the sales tax record in our city, a lot of them don't pay sales taxes.
Yeah, I think I saw that earlier when somebody made reference to something about
Yeah,
something happened in Lumberjack or something
yeah.
like that. You
I
know,
would tell her my tax exempt number, but I don't want her to go use it because then she'll be getting her stuff at discounted rate with no tax. And you know, since I don't want that. But I am going to the lumberjack and I got something to go to Walmart with because they said Ori has been stealing out of Walmart. They got me on the list for stealing out of Walmart, and I
Boy,
got
if I go to
somebody.
Walmart and I see your picture on the window, boy,
First of all, if you go to Walmart, see my pictures because I done took over the store. I'm a new manager. If you just see my pictures, you crazy.
hey,
This is
look,
what I'm trying to. This is what I'm saying to you. They say, "Are we still out of Walmart?" This how Bogalusa is. That's how dark we are. He's still out of Walmart. He on the watch list. Man, if they watching me in Walmart, you know why they watching me? They respect Ori. Cut it out. Let's
hey,
get for
look,
real. We ain't got time for no mess.
all
to
right.
kind of piggyback on what Drew was saying about like
Come on, let's
mixing
go back
like
there.
religion
Mhm.
and politics. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know too much about what this guy was doing, but after he was killed, they were on the comments and they were kind of debating, you know, they were saying he was religious and then they were saying how he's talking about politics. So the guy Charlie Kirk that was killed a few months ago, right?
Okay.
What is the difference between, I guess, a pastor running for mayor and what Charlie Kirk was doing?
Man, I hope
Because
I
he
don't
had
sound too.
he had many supporters. The way
Yeah.
he was going around talking about quote unquote religion, and then he pull up and post up on campuses talking about politics, and that man probably would have been the next president in a few more years. So I'm just trying to figure out what is the difference.
I don't know much about Charlie Kirk. The only thing I would say to you is this here. I've never heard of him until he died. I never followed him, but I respect any man that pulls up anywhere and give a person a mic and say, hey, let's debate. I respect that about anybody. He's not hiding behind, not saying y'all, but he's not hiding behind no podcast. He's not hiding behind no dark room in four
He,
corners.
he was one of the most popular podcasters for a long time. Like,
Okay,
like so it wasn't.
but I'm
He
saying,
was
but
pretty much a podcast personality that
okay,
caught fire because he was really just swaying a lot of the young Republicans in
okay, but
today's
I'm
time.
just saying for the last part, I seen him going to all the schools and stuff and debating all these people. All I'm saying is I just respect anybody that opens himself up, make themselves vulnerable enough to people and debate them. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So I don't really know about that, Drew and Kim. This all I'm gonna tell y'all again. If there's want to be anybody want to do a parade here, get your permit, pay your fees, take care of your business, do what you need to do. I'm not going to block it, but there are some things I will not participate in as a individual because I don't personally care for those things. But as a mayor, I'm not going to block them. That's just the best I can say it. And like I said, if I got to ever choose between God and anybody, I mean, it's gonna be me and God to the top, baby.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's the only thing. I think that's the thing reason why I have an issue with crossing those lines, and that's only because I feel like pastors have to walk a line that is not going to allow them to be like fully effective in any other field other than being a pastor. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you have to have, if you are saying that you are dedicated, because the amount of time it takes for a city, to run a city, to operate, takes away from what your so-called calling is, which is, what I'm saying, to lead, which is to be be there for your people in the church, to be there at all times, and being unavailable the way that you are whenever you become a mayor. I don't see how that works with, you're not going to be able to serve two masters, as they say, you know what I mean? Because
Right.
that's and that's the thing that I don't really understand, really can see how you will be able to manage, because like I
Right.
said, the man that it's going to take for you to be, the mayor of Bogalusa with the work that we have, I just don't see how you split that time with also being a full-time pastor and being available for people to be able to come to you, if need be.
So I was on the city council. I don't know what year it was. I was voted in the city council president. And during that time that we had a situation with Mac and a few other guys and stuff like that. I'm not gonna get into that because Mac McGee, I love him to death. And I was acting mayor for a little while unofficially. And I served that role until things got stable. And I was still working at Youth Bill at the time. I took off for a little while to go do that. But I'm gonna say this to you: the work I've been doing at Youth Bill over the past 16 years have been mind blowing. It consumes my time, it consumes my day, it consumes my energy. And if you ever come visit my church, listen to my messages. I don't get up there preaching a 25-cent sermon and people got $2 worth of problems. I'm gonna study. I'm gonna take advantage of my time and use it wisely. So I don't see the time being the issue. Now, let me say this to you: the mayor work 40 hours a week, just like everybody else do. Now, all these extra things that politicians do or elected officials do for visibility purpose, some of them I make, some of them I won't. But I promise you this here: I'm going to work hard every day to improve this city and to get us going in the right direction, while equally focusing on my relationship with God and being effective as a minister. I will, and those will be my top two things. For number to smoke, I got somebody that's going to run that for me. We only open 3 days a week. And if need be, we'll go to 2 days a week. So that's not an issue. What I'm saying to you is none of these things that I've seen in the past 20 years when it comes down to the mayor will stop me. Mayors have way more time than what you think, to be honest with you. And to be honest, so yeah, that won't be an issue. I'm not gonna get into all that, man. I'm not here to talk about nobody else.
I got a few questions. So let me put up this new graphic. Can y'all see that new graphic I just put up?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, everybody else can see it though.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
so Spectator report. Okay. Now your name was mentioned. Well, actually, you was the star of the article of some meetings with
Lord
Mr.
have
Bob
mercy.
Nilsson, and they mentioned you was on a local podcast a few months ago. Probably was the Night Train. Shout out to the Night Train, man. So when you look at that, man, let me read some of the things, man. So you're having, secret meetings, or actually not secret. They said you meet up with Mr. Bob routinely. That is for everybody that doesn't know. That's the fiscal administrator currently in the city of Bogalusa. Um, so yeah, man, what's up with the meetings with Mr. Bob? What is that relationship? And tell us a little bit about that.
To be honest with you, man, I don't know nobody I meet with routinely. That's just being honest. Besides my job, employees, and my family. So that's a lie. Let me just say this to you. Bob Nielsen is my CPA for nothing but the smoke. Of course, when you have a business, you need a CPA if you're gonna do it legally. And he's the one that does that work for me. Nothing but the smoke has been open for 5 years, so that means he was open prior to this administration. So it's not like let me go get Bob to attack, so I could be in support of him. I've been knowing the man for 20 years in Bogalusa, and I've never had an issue or concern with him with anything. So until that happened, I'm not gonna act as though he's a horrible person because I don't know that to be true. Secondly, um, I have not met with him routinely. I mean, my stuff is kind of systematically, so we take care of business pretty much over a telephone call. But if I need to go meet with him, I will as the mayor. I can't see a day where I can't go meet with anybody in this city to talk to them about anything concerning the city. I don't see how you can be an effective mayor and have a list of people you're not going to meet with, you're not going to talk with, and you're not going to deal with. Everybody in this city has some value, and it's my job to get it out of them. So I don't understand it. Now, for the people that's riding behind me and following me, taking pictures of my truck, first of all, get the right truck, because a couple of them pictures weren't even my truck. That's number one. Number two, I'm driving on Columbia Street. They took a picture of my truck like I'm at somebody's building. Messy, dark, negative. That's what Bogalusa is. If I was a business, I would not move here. If I was a family, young family, I would not bring my kids here because it's too messy. It's too negative. It's too dark. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change the culture, man. I'm going to change the flavor. We're going to get away from all this personal attacks and petty stuff. And let me say this, the last thing, and I'm going to let you finish talking, Kevin. Do you know how miserable, insecure, and fake a person got to be to create a fake page and hide behind it? Now, let's attack O'Ree because you know him, you see him, but I can't even speak to you back because I don't know you. You that dark-minded. You that secretive. You that demonic. You that horrible of a person to just attack innocent random people at will and never expose who you are. Now, that's powerful there.
Whoa, wait a minute. Let me find the drop. I got the drop somewhere on here.
Yeah, well, get a couple more drops. I got a few more drops too. That's powerful.
Ooh.
That's powerful. Yes, sir.
Hey,
That's
look,
cooking. Yeah.
and also, they was talking about meetings with Jinko. Now you
Oh
know
my God.
a few months ago, blacks. A few months ago, that a few months ago, a secret recording came out of Mr. Jinko saying that. So of course, publicly, I guess if anyone saw you or anyone else of our skin tone speaking to him, it'll probably bad look. But what's the relationship with Mr. Jinko? Can you talk about that?
The
Blacks.
relationship with Mr. Jinko is the same relationship I've had with him for the past 20 some years. We're cordial, we're pleasant with each other, but we've never had a relationship. We never had no serious dealings with each other. Just cordial. And then again, as the mayor, I can't see a time where I can't go meet with Jinko about anything regarding the city of Bogalusa. That's the mindset we're going to get rid of. I can't just exclude people because of what other folks think about them. I don't know all the stuff about Mr. Jinko. Now, he said he going to cut me every chance he get. All thing I can tell y'all, I don't have no cuts on me today. So as of right now, he have not cut me. And he also said I'm cheating on my wife and I'm a wife beater and all that old punks. I mean, Lord have mercy. Powerful. Lord have mercy. All that old fake stuff. Let me say something to you.
I know where you was about to go. All right.
No,
Now, look,
I'm not saying that, but
no,
I just don't know no straight
finish,
man.
Wait, before you finish, okay?
Yeah.
I need you to understand a few things, though.
Come on.
You about to run for mayor.
Right.
All right.
That's why I called myself.
So you are not Ori from nothing but the smoke. You're not Ori from Christ's Way Ministries right now.
Right.
You are the mayoral candidate. So it's a few things you can't do anymore.
Right, but there's sometimes I'm a little old for Riching Towns every now and then. Now every blue moon, I'm a little old for Riching Town. So I was a little old for Riching Town. Give me 2 more minutes with him, then I'm gonna come back. All I'm saying to you is I don't know no straight man that's attacking other men about personal things they doing. I'm just that just ain't something we do. I'm not going around and say, hey, Mr. Bob Nielsen is doing this, and Charles Miser is doing that. I mean, for what? I'm busy doing me. I'm busy living my best life. I'm busy making an impact, so I don't really have time to be in other people's business. Now, Mr. Jinko may got some personal beef with me, but I don't have none with him. That's on him. He got to answer to God for whatever he said about me, how he feel about me. We don't have no relationship. Now, I'm gonna say I'll give Jinko credit. I give him one credit. I told y'all he comes to the restaurant probably once a year. And I thank you for the little bit. Okay, he never gave me no tip before. And I said it on the last night train. And so all I'm saying is, when y'all talk to Mr. Jinko, just tell him, man, when you go there, man, leave a tip, man. God, dog, I got a whole tip jar out there.
Hey, man, before we continue, man, hey, Drew's a lot of viewers out there, man. Oh, you might have to come on a little bit more, man, because
No,
I mean,
I can't do that because y'all
the
gonna
thing
pull out a
is,
character. No,
you are top. I'm gonna give you a little credit, though. We about 25 episodes in, all right, and you the top 2 episodes. All right, that's saying something, man. But real quick, man. Once again, we're looking for sponsorship. So one of y'all 193 people that's out there watching, one of y'all own a business. And if you would like to sponsor the Night Train, just make sure you hit us up, nighttrainpod@gmail.com. Right now, we are transitioning to Night Train Media. We got a bunch of podcasts, man. Drewville. Drew about to drop his own Drewville podcast gonna be coming out.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, we got double shots of K. Me and my homeboy Robbie, we got unqualified analysts. It's mostly sports, but a little bit of life in there. So check us out on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, real quick.
Oh my God.
Hey man, you know we gotta do the drop. Oh, that's beauty right there. Man. I'm not even gonna play the whole thing, man. But that's Night Train Media for you. Also, if you're looking for a podcast, hit us up, man. We out here, we're producing podcasts, directing them. We'll shoot it for you. We'll edit it for you.
Hey, well, look, just to get back in there, y'all know my personality, man. I ain't really I really don't give a damn what somebody do in their personal life. I really don't care. Yeah, I really don't. I really don't care, to be honest with you. And I say this about any politics. I think I said this on the last podcast, man. Like, I feel like if you dig into anybody's life, you're gonna find something that you can try to, throw, no matter how big, no matter how small it is. My only option is what are your true intentions for whatever it is that you choose to do, whatever position you choose to get in, whatever position you choose to lead. What are your true intentions? That's why, like, I've never been a person that's like, oh, this is new, I'm just about to hop on this bandwagon. I'm going to ask the questions to figure out, beyond anything, whatever character flaws, this, that, and the third, what is something that's going to stop you from being the best leader for Bogalusa? That's all I care about. That's where I'm at. That's all I care about. So with that being said, like, a lot of the stuff I really don't care about, the little private relationships and stuff like that you have. What I care about is Bogalusa. So going back to my point initially, you explained about your relationship with your ministry and being a mayor. Moving on from that, like, I think also too, what I want to know, how do you plan on working with those individuals? Because there's an elephant in the room that we haven't really got to yet, because before we even get there, there's a really big push that in history they've always pit black people against one another to split the vote. Now, do I feel like that's what's happening here? No, I don't feel like that this is a case of what's happening here, but I want you to speak to that. Like, I want you to speak to what you feel, if you feel like, and how you feel like that affects the community, because we know that what we really rage and battling over is a really big division in the black community right now when it comes to which direction we're gonna go with Bogalusa. So I know that there has been in a playbook years and years and years ago to split the black vote, so that way, we don't have a chance to put in office who we want or who can really help us. But a lot of people feel as if that this is the same play with you coming into the picture. How do you feel about that?
I feel that, number one, anybody that know me know I can't be bought. I feel that if you know Michael O'Reilly, nobody can bring me in some back room and give me an amount of money to tell me to do this here. I only scratch my head when it itch. And if I'm gonna do a two-step, I'm gonna do it to the music I like. So I mean, I really don't even care for the question overall, because I mean, that's just not who I am. I've never been no weak-minded person. I'm not simple, but I understand politics, and I have heard of occasions. But again, I guarantee you, if you ask any of these people, do you know of an occasion? Do you know of an occasion where that happened? You know what the answer gonna be, Drew? No, I don't know, because people lie for a living. And when they don't like you, they make up something that look real, sound real, put some ketchup on it, and make it a sandwich. And that's all this is. They don't know about no split, no vote. That's just a lie from hell. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm running. I don't know who else running, but this is my city, and I'm running, and I done put my name out there. Now, whoever else run is splitting some votes. Maybe they splitting the vote. I'm out here now, and I'm telling you that I'm running for mayor, and I don't know nobody else that's running. I'm running for Bogalusa. I don't have nothing against the administration. I don't have nothing against these other names I done heard. I'm running because I love this city, and I don't know nobody that's dedicated and sacrificed to this city more than myself. I don't know nobody that do. Maybe they out there. I don't know them. But I do know people that love the city just as much as I do. And most of them people, Drew, is 100% standing with O'Reilly. Any real leader that's been fighting this city, they standing with me 100%. And let me just settle this out here, and I'm through with it. I understand. I heard that Randy Seal is running, and that's cool. And I'm not knocking this hustle. If he decide to run, I will be deeply offended if he decides to pack up his stuff, come to Bogalusa just to run for mayor. I'll be deeply offended. I'm sick of all these outsiders coming in here to take advantage of our people, not dedicating their full energy, not dedicating all their resources. Because let me say this to you. I love the city. All my members in Bogalusa. See that? That boy gone. See that? I'm
It's all
gonna
right.
take
Keep
this thing over.
he coming back. Keep running with it. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm gonna take it over. I already got my segment ready now. I already got my new segment I'm working on. But my thing is, and what I'm saying to you is, Drew. Look, I Randy Seal a good dude. He all right. I have no problem with him. You know, me and him has always been cordial with each other. I'm gonna be cordial with everybody. I don't have enemies. I'm going around on revenge tours and picking at people and bullying people and trying to destroy people. That's not Michael O'Ree. But how can you really say you for Bogalusa? You love Bogalusa, and you ain't got not name memory here. O'Ree grew up in these streets for real. And I say that because I've seen the good side of Bogalusa, and I've seen this side, and I just don't like what I see right now. So for us splitting some votes, I don't know. Nobody has offered O'Ree no money, and I guarantee you this. Y'all take.
Yeah, I don't. Before you get into that, I don't want you to. That's not how the question. I'm not posing the question as if somebody done bought you, and the only reason you running is to.
No, I'm not talking to you on that.
No.
I'm talking to somebody else on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what I'm
saying, that one for you. That one. Sometime in the messages, it's for certain people. That section get it in that section. I'm just preaching right now. But what I am saying to you is this here. I cannot be bought. Now I'm not gonna get into no detail, but I'm gonna just say this to you. The man said he gonna cut me every chance he get.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
Let me ask you a question.
I know nobody that he got.
Look, I dropped off for a minute, so I know I heard you said Randy Seal was running. He live in Boga?
No, I didn't say that.
No.
I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I've heard that, but
all right. So can he run?
If he move here, and no, he don't live in Bogalusa, but he got a house here and he paying a bill here. I mean, I've seen other people do it.
What's the law to run for mayor?
The law is you should be living inside the city limits of Bogalusa a year prior to the election.
And the election is in November, correct?
November the 3rd.
So if he doesn't live there or anybody else that wants to run, they got a few more days to move the boat. Or
no, sir.
When is the election?
November the 3rd. We almost a month.
Already passed. We already passed. Yeah.
We're a month over the time.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying he's running. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm saying I'm asking Drew a question about splitting the vote. They saying, we run against this guy, the administration, and Randy Seal gonna slip right in. The white people gonna vote for him. First of all, let me say something to you. Y'all ain't gonna like this here, but y'all bear with me. Give me 15 seconds. I'll be right back. I don't know why people want to think that white people just gonna vote white. That's stupid. That's stupid to even think that way. There's no logic. There's no reasoning. And I don't know why you think that black people just gonna vote black. Some people gonna vote their conscience. Some people gonna vote their beliefs. Some people gonna vote for their family. Some people gonna vote for who they like. And so the whole notion that white is white and black is black, that's nonsense. If 20 white people run and if 10 black people run, I feel I'm gonna give me some good white votes. I'm gonna give me some good black votes. I'm Michael O'Ree, and I've been in this city for my whole life. And some people know me and like me as a person. It ain't about no money. It ain't about no connections. It ain't about none of these other things people trying to say. Stop hating on people because they have certain qualities you don't have. Embrace what you have, and you'll find your pot of gold. God done gave everybody a set of skills they can use for the rest of their life to bring blessings to them, but they too busy worrying about what somebody else's skill set is, they neglect their own. I don't care for all that dumb stuff, man. People, that's what's wrong. It's dark, man. The city dark.
So you made a statement a little while back, and I hear the statement, a lot, but I want to kind of dig into it a little bit. You made mention to your sacrifices for this area. I want you to because I think we throw that around a lot. And I'm not saying to you in particular, but I hear a lot of people be like, y'all just don't, I done bled, blood, sweat, and tears for Bold, but nobody really gets into like what it is that they've done. What would have been some of your sacrifices for you feel that you made for Bo that other people hasn't done, or other people haven't stepped up to the plate to do?
Well, the good thing about Ori, I do so much all the time. Let's just talk about the last 2 weeks that you don't know nothing about, because I don't like attention. I don't show out. I don't go do stuff just so people can say, look at me. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying for the past 20 whatever years, I've operated. If you know it, you know it. If you don't know it, I'm not trying to make you know it. Let's just go last 2 weeks, Drew. So here's what you don't know. We just took all the 8th graders in the whole Washington Parish to the prison to do part 1 of our 2-part plan to help all these 8th graders understand about choices. Walter Jackson wrote me a little thing and presented it to me. I liked it. I said, man, I'm going to implement this here. We're going to get all the 8th graders in here, and we're going to let them tour the facility. It's going to be like a little Beyond Scared Straight. I spent the whole month working with the warden of the prison to get him to understand what we're trying to accomplish. The sheriff was involved from the beginning, and we eventually pulled other people in, the DA and other people in. We brought them in, and we brought all the boys in the whole parish, every 8th grade in this parish. We brought them to the prison. I organized the Washington Parish Men Club was a part of it. Coach Martin was there, Janola, other guys was there, and we had a lot of mentors there, a lot of chaperones there, and it was a realistic program to get them kids to understand if you make the bad choice, you're going to be in prison. And Mount Hermon came, Bowling Green, Ben's Ford, Varnado came, Bogalusa came, the charter school came, and Franklinton came, Pine came, every 8th grader. Or we worked hard putting that together over the past month, and we just done it the last Thursday and Friday, and we fed all the boys, and then our second plan is to take them to, I can't talk about it, God dog, but it's going to be in April.
Don't expose nothing.
And listen, I mean, I want y'all two to come. I want y'all two to come and get involved. On top of that, I'm in when I'm on last 2 weeks. I met with Ben's Ford School. I met with Varnado, and I met with Bogalusa. I'm doing a senior cook competition to teach all our kids some early culinary skills and how to do teamwork and building exercises. So every senior, we're having a cook competition. They're going to come together. I'm going to put them in teams. And listen to me, this ain't because I'm running for mayor. Miss Lisa Jackson got me involved in this about 6-7 years ago. So this ain't about mayor stuff. I mean, been doing this here. But we're going to get all the seniors together, and they're going to cook. Their first thing going to be a hamburger. And then Bogalusa gonna probably have 8 teams. I'm gonna take the top 2 teams. They're gonna compete against Ben's Ford and Varnado, and I'm gonna do the same thing at all them schools there. And then all the winners gonna come together and compete against each other. We teaching them about team building. We teaching them about culinary skills. We teaching them how to basically cook and how to fire grill up. And this gonna be all some simple things we're gonna do with these kids. On top of that, I go. You don't know how I go to the prison every week, Drew. You don't know that. Or we go there and volunteer. He go there and minister. He go there and preach. But I'm also working on some other pathways for some guys to accelerate through the process. I'm also meeting monthly with some other people in the criminal justice system to kind of help with our juveniles and facilitate some things with the juveniles. On top of mentoring, I got about 6-7 dudes I mentor personally one-on-one. I got about 9 grown men I mentor personally. Been doing that for years now. I got about 28 people on nothing but the smoke feed Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The people don't have no food. We feed them for free. And on top of all my other little basic things I do. That's just for the month, Drew. You want to talk about all the scholarships I gave up for the past 20 years at Bogalusa High School? I gave scholarship for 20 years at that high school. Ain't nobody recognize Ori. Oh, that's a great job, Ori. I guarantee. Can't nobody say they've done it for 20 years. And it's my money. I had that Greek show every year in Bogalusa. And I gave out 9 $500 scholarship every year. I could have kept that money and bought my wife another car, bought her a purse, went to the mall and bought. But I love my city. That's called sacrifice when you take your own money and be a blessing to somebody who can't pay you back.
Hey man, listen, like I told you, like my biggest thing is always like you ask Kev this. I'm gonna always question whoever chooses to be a leader in this area. You know, are you really for the city? And if you don't have the resume to show, you know what I'm saying, if you don't have you know the proof, and I don't want to hear what you did 30 years ago, you know, type of vibe. Like I want to hear what you're doing, you know, like you said, last 2 weeks, whatever you done the last 2 weeks, whatever you done the last month or so. So And I think we talked
Yes,
about this
sir.
last time. I understand your stance on you don't want people to know, but that's important. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like just like I said, you keep saying they don't, I don't know, because they really don't. So when you got people that
Right.
are looking at you that want to see that want to see action. So
But some people do know,
speaking on
Drew.
that, yeah,
Yeah, some people do know because they're involved with me in the
yeah.
things that I do. I'm a member of the Washington Men Club.
Mhm,
We got a lot of things going on with the Washington Men Club for as mentoring is concerned.
mhm,
You know, I'm still in the last 2 weeks. We got a group of boys we're working with at Central Elementary.
mhm,
These boys have been assigned to the Men Club, so
mhm.
we met with these boys 2 weeks ago. We got some other events. This I'm just talking about the last 2 weeks. I ain't got
Yeah,
time to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about years because we don't have enough time to talk about for the whole year. Last 2 weeks, and so we've been rocking and rolling. That's just with the Men Club stuff. And even through my church, let's see how many we gave out baskets this week, Thanksgiving baskets to needed families, and we
Mhm,
packed them up this past Sunday. Went and passed them out. Of course, we just don't like all the cameras showing out because I do things from the heart. And
mhm,
so I'm just saying to you, that's just 2 weeks, Drew. This,
mhm.
what month is it? This December, and I got several things lined up for December that I've been doing forever, man. So I mean, and listen, Drew and Kevin, listen or read good. I have a program that help brothers come home from prison. You don't even know the guys I have impacted coming home from prison, helping them get home early, getting them somewhere to stay, getting them employment, and feeding them. And if to be honest, I can let you meet one on right now if you just want to call me out.
Oh no, nah, man. Listen, man. I'm not
Oh,
typing
okay
that.
then.
Listen,
All
like
right.
my whole point for asking questions is information based. You know what I'm
Okay
saying?
then.
Because like I said, because I'm gonna be honest with you, from the minute you announce, if somebody else can come and announce, and I'm gonna go ask them the same questions for Bogalusa, and I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
why. Like a lot of people, this is what a lot of people I feel like don't understand, and this is why I always go back to intellect and intelligence, which I feel like we lack a lot in this area. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I could find any man on this. People don't know how much me and Kev disagree and argue. I could argue with anybody. You can find something you don't like about anybody. But like Kev said, there are certain people that decides I want better, and they get the hell up and they do better. Or they
Yeah.
try to do better, or they step into the position of the role. So that's why
Yeah.
I don't really listen to individuals who, if you are throwing slander and be like, oh, I don't like this person because of this, and this. I'm like, it's like, all right, that could be true or it could not be true. But my thing is the fact that you still sitting here throwing mud and they still moving forward. And I'm saying all
Right.
this to say this. That's the reason why, like, I wanted to, say all of this to lead to this question. And I don't know, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. But my thing is when it comes to the current administration, right? I feel the same way in that regard. Meaning, like, there are a lot of things that I disagree with him about. Uh, there are a lot of things that I probably would have done differently, but there were also a lot of things that I feel like that were done in a really positive manner. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as when it comes to, we ain't talking about personal relationships or anything like that. We just talking about, I've seen some things that are done for the kids, especially like over the summer. I still love the fact that, the summer work program, things of that nature. So my point, my question, I guess I'm asking is, what do you feel that you can do differently than the current administration has? What do you feel like is the void that's missing for Bogalusa? Like I said, this ain't got nothing to do with personal relationships or anything. What do you feel like that next step that you feel like that you can take that the current administration is not capable of taking?
Well, number one, I bring wisdom and integrity to the table off the top. And there are just certain things that wisdom gonna tell me don't do at all, don't do right now, or do tomorrow.
Mm,
My integrity is gonna also help me to understand I gotta do what's right, even when Ori by himself.
mm,
And I have built up a network of people that respect me and love me. So when I call them and say, "Hey man, we need to look at creating this in Bogalusa. We need to look at doing this in Bogalusa," they gonna listen to me. They may not all jump and do it, but they're gonna listen. My experiences and my set of skills have allowed me to sit in front of some very powerful, great, amazing people. And these people have already reached out to me and told me, hey, I'm on board. Whatever you need me to do, we're going to do it. I promise you this here. We're going to create some more jobs in Bogalusa. I can guarantee you that. I promise we're going to fit that industrial park up. I promise you that. I promise you the city going to look like a decent, beautiful place because I'm going to focus on that 100%. And I'm not saying it's horrible. This is what I'm saying to you. I love Bogalusa. I don't have no getaway house. I don't have no summer house. I'm here every day. I go to Walmart 8 times a day. I ride Plum Street. I see the stuff. And as the mayor, as I'm seeing it, I'm going to do something about it. We're going to beautify this city so that when I bring these businesses in here and I bring these visitors in here, it's going to look like a city. And then we're going to treat them right, and they're going to see it's a good culture here. It's a positive atmosphere here, not the negativity, not the mess, not the nationwide drama, not being on the darn news every week with drama, mess, and filth, and airing out our dirty laundry. Your mama told you what happened in our house, stay in the house. Why is all our business all over the world? Like, come on, man. Who gonna want to come to a big pile of mess? I'm sick of the chaos. I'm sick of the uncertainty. I'm sick of the drama. I'm saying to you as mayor, I'm going to bring a sense of calmness. I'm going to bring a sense of peace
That's
here. And
powerful.
okay, then. Kevin, well, you know what, boy? You all right with me, boy. You all right with O'Reilly. Got time for no mess tonight. All
Hey
I'm
man,
saying is
I saw where it was going. I
I'm
said, wait a minute.
going to make sure that these brothers coming home from prison, I'm gonna make sure these brothers is leaving high school, these girls, these young ladies who want to work and don't want to move out of town all the time. It's my job to make sure they got opportunities here, not just events to go through too. Anybody can have an event. I'm talking about opportunity where they can make a few dollars, but you gotta get the city cleaned up. I gotta put some lipstick on this thing, and I gotta get some makeup, maybe put some eyelashes on. I don't know what I may need some wig. I don't know what I'm gonna need, but I know we're gonna get it clean up. We're gonna get it pretty so that when people come here, we're gonna look at our
Yeah, I've been waiting to use that one all night. Yeah, I've been waiting to use. One more time. One more time. That was. Hey man, you on to something over there, oh. You on
faces. Yeah.
to
So
something. Hey, but before look, man, my phone blowing up with
yeah.
looking at the comments. My phone is blowing up. I want to clarify something that was said. We were talking about Randy Seal and the possibility of him running. Okay, so I got a message. All right, so this is from a very reliable source. Okay, all right. So it is unconfirmed, but once again from a very reliable source that a certain group of people. Now, just because we were talking about race and putting the black guy in and splitting the vote, it's from a white man. Okay, he said that a certain group of people are begging Mr. Randy Seal to run. Now, does that mean because they don't want you in or they don't want Tyron back in or whatever? But they're saying that they are begging him to run. All right. But it's not confirmed that he wants to run or he is going to run. But that may be where the rumor is coming from that people are
Hey,
trying to push him to run.
Kevin, let me say something to you. I got some oceanfront property. I want to sell it to you for $30.
Hey, moving
Hey
along
man,
with
I heard
Go
I
ahead.
heard all you need is a water bill to run for mayor. So my mama, I might as well go ahead and put mama water in my name and look
Hey, listen,
right on the
be
city
careful.
limits.
Be careful saying it because people done that. Wasn't living here, but had something in their name and was able to run. I'm just telling you that's what go on. That's the new norm here. And it's the citizens' fault that they allowed this to go on. I mean, you know the man I live here. I'm not saying Randy run. I'm just responding to Drew about the splitting the vote. That's what I heard. One of my homeboys said, hey, oh, man, say you running just to split the black vote, man. And that way Randy still gonna walk right in. You know what I'm saying? I
Hey,
don't believe. Let me tell you something. Black vote is a more predictable vote than the white vote.
we're an hour in. I want to switch the conversation real quick,
Yeah,
but
switch.
to
Let's
kind
go.
of address or piggyback on what Drew was saying about splitting the black vote, and historically, that's what it looks like. In my opinion, in my opinion, there should be more people of color running for mayor or city council anyway. So you have the one-off. So you may have two people of color running for mayor, and then you have one white man, a woman running, and it looks as if they just trying to split the vote. When in my opinion, you should have more people stepping up to the plate to run anyway.
Yeah, but you're talking about qualifications at that point, though.
But my
And
thing
that's
is,
the
if you're
thing,
not
yeah.
qualified, shut the. Ooh, my bad. Oh,
Thank you. See that? Hey, Kevin,
Yeah,
I just want you to know something, Kevin. You is doing a podcast and you trying to get sponsorships. So I don't want old Kevin to come out when you on this show. I want you to stay focused and stay grounded over here.
Hey, one thing about the night train, man, you're gonna have to take us how you've been getting us, man. Pause. Because at the end of the day,
I'm just telling what you just told me. That's all, baby.
at the end of the day, the night train is looking for sponsorship, baby.
Okay.
Hey, but real talk, let's switch the subject real quick, Drew.
Hold on. Let me say this here right quick.
See,
1 year, Matt McGee, he ran for mayor. It was 3
that boy
white people
already threw the
ran.
play.
yeah, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait because the graphic up now. You're gonna have to wait. So look, man, a few episodes ago, Drew, myself, Petey, can y'all hear me well? Can y'all
Get up to the mic, Kev. Get up to
Can
the
y'all hear me
mic.
good? Can you
Yeah.
hear me? Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
We had an episode and we just, brought up the question, why can't Bogalusa and Vonado play each other anymore? Right? So on the back end, Drew reached out to his people. On the Paris side, I reached out to superintendent of BCS and trying to see what the root cause and what the real issue is. So I would like to happily announce that we're making progress. The two schools are speaking.
Absolutely.
We're trying to get a date on the table, a date that works for both schools. The coaches are speaking right now. So hopefully as early as basketball season, Bogue has some dates open. The girls for Vonado has some dates open. I know they're trying to reach a certain number of games that they can play. So hopefully by Mardi Gras, at least, we may see the return of Bogalusa and Vonado playing once again. I know both sides, excuse me, I know both the Washington Parish school system and Superintendent of Bogalusa, Dr. Byron Hurst, they met a week or two ago to try to, figure out if there is a real reason why it can't happen. Both agree that there is no reason why the two schools can't play. So especially for football. So I don't know how the contract situation looks for football right now. I don't know if both schools are already maxed out for the 2026 season, but the night train is most definitely trying to be the voice to bring that game back. We know how important it is. We know why it didn't happen over the last few years. I believe it needed a break needed to happen. Too much was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But now I believe Bogalusa has shown that we know how to act. Over the last 2-3 homecomings, no issues. We got the new sheriff in office. We got a great relationship with BPD right now. So I know a few people are also in the comments that work for BPD. So hopefully we can get Bogalusa Vonado back on the schedule over the next few months. So just wanted to put that out there.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Also, too, one more thing before we get back into it. Remember about Kev, I was telling you about the Winter Wonderland that's going down at Central Elementary School. Kev, I'm gonna get you to pin that cash app in the comments if you can for me. And the tickets are $3, man. We need everybody. We need to sell them out, man. This is for the kids at Central Elementary School. They have a Winter Wonderland. I think they're gonna have a walkaway, a fashion walkaway with some of the people that y'all see. I know Brother Chad Harry is gonna be definitely in attendance with his with his fashion. High fashion is gonna be there. Tony Johnson, she's gonna be there. Many more. It's gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be a great event, man. The tickets are only $3. Kelvis pinning the cash app. All you have to do is send your cash app through. They're gonna verify your name whenever you get there, and all you have to do is go pick up your tickets from Central. So let's blow that cash app up, man. Let's get it out of there. Kev just pinned it in the messages. I mean in the chat. So throughout the show, we'll remind y'all throughout the rest of the show, man. Look, this is something else that's also great for Bogalusa at Central, man. It's always for the kids, as y'all know. Me and Kev, we gonna dive out behind the kids, man. Especially from high school to Central down to Bird. It doesn't matter. Whatever we can do to support the kids. Y'all really showed up and did y'all big one for Project Grad, we asking y'all to come through and do the same.
Man, Project Grad, we raised over $3,000
yes,
in a matter of
yeah,
2 hours,
2 hours.
just being on the night train, just being on here. So let's do the same thing for this one. We're gonna run it back again for the class of 2026.
Absolutely.
Let's try. We're gonna try to get 5K this year. All right, we're gonna try to get 5,000.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
can,
and I don't
can
want to hear
anybody?
nothing about it. It's $3. Y'all throw $3 away doing at Taco Bell, at the Dollar Menu, on McDonald's, man. Y'all throw that away like it's nothing. So I need that cash up blowing up, and I need y'all to show up and show out for those kids for the Winter Wonderland. Like I said, it's in the chat right now. So just come in, and once you send your cash up through, you can come to the chat and just click done so we can shout you out. All right, Kel, we can get back to it, man.
See what else I got up here, man. Yeah. Also, man, once again, Night Train Media, man. We got Unqualified Analysts, man. It's another podcast under the Night Train Media umbrella. My brother Drew. Drew, tell us about Drewville, man.
Oh man, Drewville, man. Drewville is going to be a podcast centered around the extremely talented but often overlooked. We have a lot of people in our area that are extremely outrageously talented at the things that they do, but they just don't get the love and the recognition for it. So I want to center Drewville around those individuals that do amazing things, like Brother O was just talking about, do amazing things that we don't know about. We're going to have some amazing guests to come on, some people that have been behind the scenes, just working their fingers to the bone for this city, keeping it afloat. Man, like I said, just shedding light on those people and hopefully getting them the recognition and the business that they deserve, So definitely, follow through and check out Drewville. It will be coming soon. Night Train Media, baby.
That's another one, man. A third one under the belt. Double Shots of K. Me and the wife got our own podcast. So, hey, talking about life, talking about travel, that's one thing that we love to do. Giving travel tips. We love Europe, love going over that way. So, just those travel tips, me and the wife, man, be on there. And once again, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, man. And once again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody out there. We got special guest, mayoral candidate, Michael O'Ree on the night train again. So, since you announced late last night or early this morning, whatever you want to call it, been getting a lot of heat. Now, granted, when I look at it from a media standpoint, you have some shares and you got a lot of followers, man. You got a lot of people supporting you. So one thing I always say,
I got a lot of love. That's what I would think.
Yeah. And the thing is, and I was about to get to that. Yeah. It's crazy to me a lot of times, and people don't understand how politics and voting works. All right, we can get on social media every day, talk bad about Drew and Kev. You can. But does your vote even matter? So a lot of times when you look at people saying negative things, they can't vote for you anyway. Right. They don't live there or they're not registered. And I think that's what people need to really understand. Yeah, your opinion may matter if somebody did something personally to you. But if you don't just like them, it's only that only can go so far.
Right. Right.
But I don't know if that's a small town thing. I don't know if that's a culture thing. But that does need to be cleaned up though. That's a little ugly, Kevin, it's a little messy, a little petty.
It is. And let me say something to you. You know why so many people gonna vote for me? I got, some of it just, man, people gonna be people, but I'm a unifier. And I know how to bring people together.
Let me say
something.
You know
what, Bogalusa?
Now, hold on. Let me say this. All right.
Come on. I was in something real right there.
No. Let me tell you this.
I was in something real right there. Come on.
No, let me tell you why I got to interrupt you.
All right. Well, come on with it.
You know me. I look at both ends of the spectrum. Okay.
Right.
I'm able to get out of body and look at things from both perspectives.
I like that.
So I like that. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. This is nothing personal I'm about to say against you, but I'm about to give you some live media training right now. Right?
Okay.
There's gonna be some things.
Training. Let me sit up straight.
There's gonna be some things you're gonna have to stop doing.
Give me two.
You're gonna have to stop talking in third person.
Right. I love
because
that too.
because people gonna take that and say who he think he better than everybody because he one thing Ori gonna do. Ori gonna get
Yeah.
the votes. Ori, you gonna have
Yeah.
to because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
gonna rub some people the wrong way probably.
You right.
So
You
all right,
right.
okay. And
You right.
the second thing you just announced a few hours ago, and he said, I'm gonna get all the votes. That's gonna rub people the wrong way. All right.
I said I'm gonna
Okay.
get all the votes.
I'm saying you said I'm gonna get this is why people gonna vote for me. I get that. But I'm just saying it's gonna come
No, I'm
off.
saying I was gonna tell you why they gonna vote for me. I'm not gonna get all
I
the
know, but I'm
votes.
just saying if I'm on
Yeah.
the outside
Right.
looking in and I already don't like you
Right.
and you talking like that, oh
Right.
yeah. I don't like him. I don't like Ori.
Right.
I'm just
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So just want to put that out there for you, man.
You know what, Kevin? A great quality that I try to possess, okay, that's not third person, is I'm a great listener. And so I'm gonna take that to note and I'm gonna come out of my third person and I'm gonna do a better job at that. The second one that was a little faulty because I didn't say I'm gonna get all the votes. I was just gonna say I know how to bring people together. And one thing that Bogalusa need more than anything right now, they need somebody that can unify this city. People need to get excited again for the city. Black people, white people need to get excited about Bogalusa once again. I'm sick of these kids going to play baseball in Franklinton. I'm sick of these kids having to go to Pine to do this here. I'm sick of these kids having to go outside of the city limits to do stuff that we could do here. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna bring us together. I promise you that. I'm gonna bring us together. And we're gonna find a way to accept each other in our flaws and our differences, and we're gonna respect each other, and we're gonna move accordingly. I don't like all my kids all the time, but I ain't gonna hate them. Hey Drew, you know what? I don't like that train. That train is bothering me. Yeah, that train is bothering me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
Hey, all right. So like moving, this is gonna probably be like the last half of till next time because I know you're gonna have to come back again.
all right.
As the campaign, heat up or whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I guess like I said, we talked about the religious aspect and the political aspect. We talked about the appearance of and how difficult it can be. Um, I guess my final question is like, and I feel like this is as and I know you really try to push, you know, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Try to push inclusivity, like you try to push everybody coming together, right? So
Right.
I can't speak for any other community. All I can speak for is my community. And I think this is how it is larger part in America. You know what I'm saying? As far as this is just like a microcosm of what is America. Like you got the Latino community, you got the Asian community, you got white community, you got the black community. I don't feel like that's racism. I feel like that's just the way that it is. And to sway certain votes or to gain those votes that's needed, you have to have something that that's gonna sweeten the deal for our community. So my question is, what are your plans for our community in particular? Because like I've asked, when I say our community, I mean like just the black community in particular. And this is why I'm asking about the black community. The black community is in shambles right now. I can't speak for the white community. That doesn't mean I hate them. Only thing that I can say is that I don't know anything about that community because I don't come from that community. But what I do know is that our community is in shambles. So what is your plans for this unification that you're talking about and getting to the morale back to where you feel like that it needs to be? Because I keep hearing you saying you're a unifier, but you can't unify unless you feel good about yourself. Like I can never like you as a person unless I actually feel good about myself. Right now, our community as a whole, we just don't feel good about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We just don't feel good about the state that we're in. We don't feel good about the sales tax and tax in our area. You know what I'm saying? As far as small business owners, we don't feel good about any of that. So you talking about unification when we, are struggling just individually as our own. So what is your plan to bring that back into a place to where people can actually feel good about themselves to even want to unify?
Well, Drew, I just believe hope is a very important factor to consider right now. Because when you say what you're saying, I'm looking at it as people are hopeless. And when people are hopeless, people do desperate things and people do make bad decisions. And people don't have a desire and the willpower to want to put their best foot forward for the city or even for themselves. So my job as the mayor will be to beautify this city and to give people something to see here tangibly that looks like we're on the move, we're going somewhere. My job is also to help shift the culture by dealing with these people individually. And I'm answering your question about the black community. I don't have a black community plan. I got a city plan that's going to include the black community. And the reality is, I'm going to reach out. Listen to me, Drew. And I probably shouldn't say this now, but I'm out here now. I'm going to send a letter out to every person that own a piece of property in this city. I'm going to meet with our state senators. I'm going to meet with our U.S. Congress people. I'm going to meet with everybody that the powers to be. And I'm going to send a letter out to these individuals saying, hey, listen, we need to get this property clean. We need your help because we're trying to improve Bogalusa from every aspect we can. I need y'all help. So can you allow us to do it and we bill you, or can you come down here? I got a volunteer group of men that's going to help tear these houses down. I got a volunteer group of men that's going to help clean these properties off. I got a group of men that's ready right now today that's going to help implement these things from day one. Secondly, and I don't know all the legal terminology, but secondly, I got 5 attorneys that promised me they're going to give me 1 to 2 free successions in Bogalusa to help these people that 3 or 4 kids and 1 here and 1 there. And they're going to help with me some successions. Because part of the problem is it's 3 sisters and 1 of them don't want to sell.
That's
And
true.
and and then and then who got the money to do it? Well, with my plan, I got some guys who that love Bogalusa, but I'm gonna call them. They've already committed to it. They're gonna help me out every year to help the ones that need successions done. We're gonna use these homeowners to help them clean their own properties up, but we got a group of volunteers that's gonna help them clean the properties up. I'm then gonna talk to them about the possibility of selling the property, the possibility to put some on the property. And we're going to have people in place to do these things because I need to get those properties back on the tax roll. If I can get more property tax dollars, we can do more things in the city to improve the quality of life for everyone. Now, when it comes down to the black community, again, I don't have a black community plan. I got a city plan. I'm black, Drew. So let me just stress that to you. And so I'm around my folks all the time, and I can't really go into my detailed plan right now because it's a little too sensitive, and I don't have all the kinks worked out. But just know I'm gonna work hard every day to make sure that every citizen in the city has a voice, has an opportunity to live their best life in Bogalusa without having to go to Covington.
I'm glad you said that because we had an episode with the mayor, and when I say the mayor, I mean Malisa Mingo. You know, that's her nickname back in Bold.
Right, I'm beefing with her too.
So I know, you both are still in Bold, so I'm outnumbered in this conversation. But
Yeah,
when
thank
it
you.
comes to people staying or wanting to come back, now I have my reasons why I dip in and out and I do what I need to do for Bold out of Texas. Is there's nothing for us to come back to right now. Like right now, when you look at jobs, when you look at education, a lot of people would rather once they graduate, they go to college or they leave and they go live in another city. Now, one thing Coach McGee always said is those cities like Covington, Mandeville, Slidell, those graduates from high school, they go off to college, they go to Tulane, Southern Miss, whatever, UL, then they go back and they do and be a judge or be an attorney or be a doctor in those communities. Where in Bogalusa, a lot of our people leave and we go do those things, like for me in Houston, instead of doing it back in Bogue. What would be the plan, or what is your idea of trying to keep kids or young adults in Bogalusa versus leaving and going off to college and never coming back like I did?
Well, number one, Drew, crime
Yeah,
is a lot better.
you did it. You did
I
it
mean, my
again.
bad. Lord have
You
mercy.
did it again.
Right. That's really the first time. The first time we was off camera, so don't bring up old stuff. So I apologize. Listen what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
We got to get the crime is a lot better today. However, Bogalusa is not big enough to have criminal and crime problems. That's just my mindset. It's not big enough to have real crime. We got enough officers here with the support of the sheriff department and other agencies to make sure this is a peaceful place. And I got to keep the crime suppressed. I got to keep the crime at a minimum because I want to draw businesses here. Secondly, I got to get the city cleaned up. I got to get these letters out to all these homeowners and ask them for their help. I'm going to beg them. I'm going to do what I got to do to get them to come here and help us get these properties towed down, get these businesses in order. If they own a business, they own a house, they got an unkept property, we need their help. And I got volunteers that's already in place today that's going to help them out and get this thing accomplished. Here's why that's important. Because if I got the crime right, if I got the city looking good, when I bring these businesses in, when I bring these people in to come and see what we have to offer, I'm gonna have a beautiful package for them. I'm gonna dress it up and have a good package for them. Now I'm offering something nice, and I get them to come here. I gotta create more jobs. I gotta create more opportunities. Also, we're gonna work with the school system, and we're gonna encourage our young entrepreneurs to not just have a plan in their mind, not just have a plan in their paper, but then I gotta get some investors around here that will give them an opportunity to make their dream come true. And there are people here that will invest in them with the right conditions, for the right amounts, for the right percentages. And I believe we can make that happen. And I'm going to be the man to make it happen. Some of them young kids got them, Dana Walker got her stuff going brilliant, man. They on fire. And they go do them pop-up shops. Some of that food tastes great. And with the right investors, hey, they may open up a little stand. But
Hey, my Lisa want to know what's the beef.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
Miss
God.
Mingo started it off with, did I hear my Lisa name? And my Lisa in the comments,
Oh my
what's the
God.
beef? What's the beef?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
cause
First of all,
I know one thing. Me and my Lisa on the same wavelength when it's about coming back home. So I can speak on that. So what's the beef?
first of all, I love my Lisa. That's my girl. She know that. My beef is when y'all had her on the podcast, she said that y'all were talking about the eras and the generation, and she was saying that in her era, most of her people went to college. Most of her people went and played as Greeks. Most of them people graduated from college. And she was saying our era was different. My only, what I wanted to say was, I wish she would have said, now I got to give Mr. Ori his credit. He brought that Greek show to Bogalusa. And the Greek show exposed us to the Greek life. People weren't even going to college as much unless they were playing sports. The whole point of the Greek show was to show you the other side of college. It ain't just all about sports. Look at this social life. Look at this Greek life. And this will give you opportunity to go to school and excel in those areas. And you look at what I tried to do there, it worked because a lot of the people in that area there not only went to school, but they went and pledged a Greek organization and they excelled their life. So when you look at the two, Miss Graham and Miss Southern, both of them came to the Greek show. Both of them walked down the aisle. I set them up. Oh my God, I donated money to all them people. Made sure everybody was straight. And it's just inside joking, no real beef. I love my leader. She good girl. She handling business. I'm gonna get her back in Bogalusa when I become the mayor.
This the thing, and I'm gonna speak for
All
my
right.
generation. I'm gonna
Okay.
speak for my generation. Everybody that graduated after '09. That's what I'm gonna speak for.
Okay.
In order for us to come back to Bogalusa, I
Okay.
need you to think about the people that went off to college, went off to school, graduated, may have their own business, may have their own trade, right? In order for us to come back to Bog, we got to see the money. Now, I know you
Okay.
mentioned having places like Amazon and Industrial Park. That would be attractive for us because me being in the airline industry, right?
Right.
There's not a job in Bogalusa. Maybe the mayor is the closest, but it's not even close. Maybe a hospital director, maybe the top position at the mill, but nothing is touching what I can make working for an airline outside of Louisiana. But the jobs you're talking about, being a manager or a director for Amazon, now we talking. Now we talking 80,000 plus. See, those are the jobs that'll bring people back. That's the key
Drew,
focus.
Well, see, that's
and,
my. Oh,
and
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Well, I'm about to speak
real
on.
quick,
Okay, go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, you good, Drew. Go ahead. Go ahead. You good. Go ahead. Go
All
ahead.
right. No, just I'm gonna say it real quick so you don't forget your point. The point I was making, with Kev, like my counterpoint to that is you're not factoring in a lot of times the cost of living. You know, you're
what I'm about to
saying
say.
like you're saying like, hey, okay, that's not going to be able to match that job. You don't have to make 80K in our area, you know what I'm saying, to be good. You know, I mean, that's just not the concept. They have a lot of jobs around here that's going to match and equal. If you balance it out on the same scale, you're going to still have the same gap in between disposable income, if you were to live here at a lesser pay. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So
that is true.
Yeah.
But you got to think, you're asking people that are making 100K plus to move back home with the however amount of kids they may have, or the lifestyle that they're currently living. Those jobs, like the Amazons I'm talking about, those managerial positions, no matter what city they're in, they're still $70,000-$80,000. The only one also your San Franciscos, your New Yorks, your LAs. But like my current role, I can make the same thing in New Orleans. I can make the same thing in Gulfport because that position is available. It's about the titles and the roles and the positions that company has. Now the things like, and I keep going to Amazon because Amazon is the most feasible, being that when you look at industrial park, they have a runway that can accept 777 type aircraft, wide body aircraft that's going to bring all those shipments in, and they have those shipping containers, right? So that's why I keep saying the Amazon theory. But when you ask people that are currently making six figures to come back home, yeah, Drew, you're right when it comes to the quality of lifestyle in Louisiana. The cost of living is different, but we may take a pay cut, but we're not taking 25K. We're not taking 15K.
But Drew, Kevin, God, dog, Reed. Let me say this to you. That's two there. I just messed up 2 times in a row. I called you him and I did third person. I pray for him. I'm gonna do better next episode. But Kevin, you gotta look at this perspective. If you make $100,000 a year in Houston, that $100,000 a year in Houston is
I do not make
equivalent
100K in Houston. I just want to put that out there.
No,
I do not make
we just talking.
Yeah, we just talking. That's
we just talking. This ain't got nothing to do with you.
No, I mean, I'm barely making it. I'm barely making it.
You barely making it, cuz.
You got 15 jobs.
Right. You barely making it, man. You got kids. You really making more than that. Listen to what I'm saying. If a person make $100,000 a year, if a person make $100,000 a year in Houston, that's equivalent to $80,000 a year in Bogalusa. Because the property taxes in Houston is astronomical compared to the property taxes in Bogalusa.
No, I agree.
And that's just that. Yeah, that's just one aspect of it. The cost to do business over there, when it just comes to maintenance with your vehicle, when it comes to maintenance for your house, when it comes to yard upkeep, when it comes to all the basic things, you're gonna spend some serious paper over there that you won't have to spend in Bogalusa. Also, groceries and going out to eat and all those things there, you're gonna spend some serious money. I'm gonna tell you something. This is the best place to come and retire, Bogalusa. If you near retirement age, you looking somewhere to come, I'm gonna market this. I'm gonna market this around the world because it's a great place to come and build your house or buy your house because it's so cheap to live here. And this would be a great place to come.
Texting me right now talking about the money. And look, man, I agree with you.
Oh my God.
I agree with you about the 80. But just from experience and people that I know who would be willing to move back home, when you look at the pay cut, nobody's taking more than 10K.
That's fine.
Okay.
Potential.
Yeah.
We got real quick here. We got potential. We got the highway coming. Yeah. And it's just a matter of time before Bogalusa is the next spot to blow up. And what I'm saying is you got to be a little more optimistic and a little more patient with the highway coming in, with what we have in industrial park to offer to people. Bogalusa will rise and we will be a great city, just as we was then, but we're going to be even a greater city because we're going to put some things in place to make sure that people like Kevin and my Lisa and all the and man, listen to me. Me and Drew don't agree a lot, but me and Drew 100 on this here. I hate to see y'all go across the state line. Go to Alexandria, go to Shreveport. Don't go to Texas, make them better. And we struggling over here. I'm sick of it. Yeah.
Hey, because man, like my point is this is and I can't force somebody to take a pay cut. Like you were just saying, I can't force somebody to do that. But what I'm saying is if somebody don't if somebody don't do it, nobody ain't gonna do it. That's my whole point of what I'm saying is you can't keep saying that you can't keep saying that we want better for our area, but at the same time, the people that can actually, pave that way, we losing them, or either they don't even, because how you gonna preach that to a kid? Like, how you gonna convince them to be like, hey man, look, you should take your talents, back to bowl, you should take this, you should do that. But they like, nah, man, I'm trying to get to where you at. You know what I'm saying? And they thinking like, oh, in order to be great, or in order to be somebody, to look like somebody, I gotta go do the same pathway that they did, man, until they be able to wake up every day and see, like I told you, all of the greats that when I was growing up, they was right here. You know what I mean? Like the people that I felt like, that I was aspiring to be, or I felt like that was successful, they was right here. I would see them on a regular everyday basis. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like I had to leave. That's when I was growing up, at least. I didn't feel like I had to leave to see these people. But now that's the whole narrative. Like, even when you talk, and I coach and work with a lot of kids around here, and that's their favorite phrase. Man, I can't wait to get away from this place. And it ain't nothing you could do to convince them.
You weren't saying that back in 04 though?
No. Bro, everything I love.
When you graduated, you knew you was coming.
Man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Kev. And you hand on. I ain't gonna say hand on the Bible called on here, but my mom in the chat right now probably, and she could tell you, bro. My 3rd year in college, I had apartment down there and everything. D'll tell you, man. I used to, as soon as class was over with, man, it'd be 2 in the morning. When I get back from studying, I'm packing up the car, coming back home. I'm here. And they can attest to it in the in the comments, man. Like, bro, like I always love this place, man. Nah, I haven't been as gung ho as people, like I'm not rah beat my chest about how much I done and how much like Oda said and how much I love Bo. But you should be able to see it in my actions. I've had plenty of opportunities to leave this mud, man, and I choose to be here. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's a gold mine. We talk about this all the time.
First train or bus, I was gone.
Yeah, and look, Kev, look, man, even for me,
let me tell you, man, I was out of here, man. Look, in 2010, okay, our entire class was like, we out. And it wasn't any disrespect to Bold. It's just people's success is different. When you go out and pick that major, a lot of those jobs can't do it in Bold. Like, if I would have known back then that media was broadcast and communication, let me tell y'all a story. When I was in high school, I wanted to be on ESPN, right? They didn't teach us anything to tell us that was broadcast and communication. We get to school, our major is kinesiology, has nothing to do with media, nothing. So the thing is, when you go off to college and you choose these majors and certain careers that you want to go down, right? It's not available in Vogue. So I don't want the conversation to be like, all right, we got to come back home. We got to come back home and do for the city. Sometimes the city don't love you back. Like, look how many times we've done things in the city and people don't support you. People don't see that vision. Malisa said it on the episode. People don't see the bottom. It's like, when you make it, everybody want to support it and be there for you. But I think people need to understand that at the end of the day, if we want people to come back to Bold, we gotta chill out with all that rah-rah stuff, man. Like we gotta support people.
Right. Well, now y'all walking with real a little bit. Well, y'all walking with me a little bit now, because that's my whole
you did it, but you corrected it. I appreciate that.
I got it. I'm gonna get better. I'm growing. But the reality is, that's what I'm saying. We're advertising all the negatives about Bogalusa. We're destroying each other. We're attacking each other. We're belittling each other. And we want the kids to come back and be solid. Cut it out. The reality is, if we want these children to have opportunities, like I said earlier, this girl, Brilliant Dana, she's doing a good job exposing them kids to other things. As a mayor, I'm going to be working right with her to make that program the best it can be in the world, because our kids need to see, and it's other agencies, other groups that's doing stuff. I'm not trying to implement new everything. It ain't about implementing new. Some of the stuff is about building and making better what we already have and exposing our kids these opportunities. I promise y'all this here. When I become mayor, whenever that time comes, we gonna get us a good skating ring in here. Yeah, we're gonna get us a good skating ring in here. I'm starting off. We're gonna get us a little bowling in here. We're gonna get and I'm gonna step on them. I ain't saying within the first year, but before I walk out, we're gonna get some movies in here. I'm not gonna keep driving the Cubs and giving them our money. We gonna get some stuff right here in this city because as the city crime decreases, as the city beautification increases, as the people buy into it and we come together as one, we're gonna make some things happen here because the magic was never in the politics. The magic was always in the people. And when I get the people unified and I get the people to buy into it once again, man, we going to be able to move mountains here. And we're going to be a great force to be reckoned with, not just in the parish, in the state. Bogalusa.
I'm gonna
That's
say
the
one
type
more
of
thing.
belief I got in the city.
I'm gonna say one more thing.
Come on with it. I've been
Not
waiting
that
on it.
many people. We can say how much we love Bogue to death, right? But not that many people love Bogue the way we do. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll be willing to come back. We'll be willing to do stuff for the city. All right. But how are we gonna tell people to move back to Bogue? All right. When they don't love Bogue on the level that we do. Let's say out of 10, it's 6, 7. I've been wanting to say that all night. 6, 7.
He wilding now.
6, 7. I got little girls, man. You know, but let's say that's where it is on the scale. All right. You want to tell the people that barely love Bogue the way we do to come back and put their energy and effort into a city that don't love them back. We've all been in situations where we didn't get the support from a city, but we kept fighting. We kept fighting because our love for Bogue is on 15 out of 10. But the people that's on the 6, 7, 8 type of level, they not gonna have that fight in them to come back.
Okay, let me tell you this, man, and I want you to hear me about this, man. Like, and I don't want nobody to take this. Well, I really don't care, but 80% of humans out there are followers, bro. 80% of humans that walk this planet every single day are followers. Everybody that's talking about Bogue, let Bogue get on. Like just say, you know, like we hit our stride, y'all come back, we open up stuff, we start getting businesses, we start getting restaurants, we start getting all kind of stuff. All them people that are talking shit, all the people that are talking stuff about Bogalusa, I guarantee you they gonna flood back, man. They gonna flood back like they never hated the place, and it's gonna be a lot of Bogalusa shirts. You gonna start to see Bogalusa shirts in Franklinton. And they Franklinton, the new Rouses they get, you gonna start seeing Bogalusa shirts everywhere. 80% of people are followers, man. I'm not even talking to those people. They just gonna jump on whatever bandwagon, whatever direction is traveling, that's what they gonna follow. Whoever they say, oh, this we need to hate right now, that's who they gonna hate. Whoever they say that this we need to love right now, that's who they gonna love. So I'm not even talking to the majority of citizens in Bogalusa. I'm talking to individuals that can innovate. Just like I talked to you, like I talked to my Lisa. I talked to Kev. We're sitting here talking to Pastor Reed right now. Same thing with Tyron. Same thing. I still feel like he has a lot in the tank that's left that he could do great things for the city in whatever capacity. I really don't care because I'm talking about individuals that actually have I'm trying to find better words to say, actually have the motivation, like you just said, that love that's on 15 for the city to get the ball rolling. Everybody else is going to jump on the bandwagon once it get rolling. I don't care about the rest of them. So when you come back, and you like all the knowledge that you have right now. Yes, we don't have a media broadcast team there. Like I was telling with my Lisa, her talents in the field that she working with in advertisement, we don't have any of those type of firms and stuff here. But when you come back and open those type avenues up, and a lot of kids be like, "Oh shoot!" So I don't even have to leave Bo, and I can go work with Kev as a boom operator. All he doing is holding the boom, Kev. That's it. He just holding the boom over there.
We could do that, but at the same time, use BSN as an example. You had BSN, you had lumberjack football all over the place, all over the state of Louisiana, because of me, my wife, my kids helping me, but there was no support. Yeah, man, I could come back right now, use that daily news building or whatever, find a space and open up a whole media broadcast. But the thing is, nobody see the vision though. Nobody, and it's gonna last a year. People gonna take everything from it. They're gonna like and shares, but like, shares, and comments can only get you so far. So
Hey, Kevin. I hear what you're saying, and I respect what you're saying. I don't like it, but I respect what you're saying. Me and Hunter went to Graham, and we sit on that porch every day, talked about coming back to Bogalusa. And I'll never forget this year. I give Miss Ross her credit at Vondo High School. I was in graduation line at Graham. She called me, offered me a job. Bogalusa never offered me a job. I came to Bo. I started working, and they didn't do me and Hunter right. Just been out. They didn't do us right. Hunter ended up leaving. Today, that's the biggest thing that hurt my heart more than anything else, because that was my boy. We had plans to come in here and working with the high school. And just imagine me and Hunter at the high school right now, principal, head coach, all the type of stuff like that. Really love to sit and really care. I mean, sky will be the limit, will be been accomplished by now. But my point is, I stayed. Hunter left because he didn't have time to wait. I'm thinking about everything you saying. I'm reminded of Abraham Lincoln, who failed his first 3 tries to be president. I'm reminded of Warren Buffett, who went bankruptcy a couple times before he ultimately became the richest man in the world. Sometimes things don't work out because we quit too soon. And if you're looking for to start off great and stay great the whole time, how will you appreciate the process if you never hit low moments during the process? And if you're trying to start something, you're gonna have low moments. But here's my motto: you'll win if you don't quit. Tom Brady is the best quarterback of all time. Most of them guys, besides Randy Moss, you don't even know them guys. They didn't go on to have no great careers. You got to have a good quarterback. Oh, Michael, I'm trying to run to be the quarterback of City Bogalusa. And whether it's a Dale Branch, or whether it's a Randy Moss, whether it's a Gronk, or whether it's I'm not gonna say Hernandez, we not that's no, but no matter who it is, it's gonna be my job to get them the ball. It's gonna be my job to make them feel a part of the team. And we're gonna work every day to make everybody in this city feel like they're a part of the team. Because I know what it feel like to come here without getting love. I threw that Greek show, man. First 3 years, I didn't have no good attendance. I threw that Greek show, man. It was 100 people there. I done spent all this, I got all this overhead. Second year, it was 200 people there. The third year, dropped back down to 175. I said, man, but something told me you'll win if you don't quit. And what I'm saying to you is, the quarterback of Bogalusa is a very important position because that person has the opportunity to make sure he's spreading the ball around, get everybody involved, and make sure there's opportunities here for all. That's the bottom line. Whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you just want to work at a good company and do that every day, it's my job to make sure the city is in the best position to assist these people, to support these people, and ultimately make sure they got an opportunity to become their best version of themselves. And that's what we're going to do daily. We're going to work hard for that. And that way, and last thing I'm going to say about this here, my number one goal is not to try to get nobody to come back here. That's not my number one goal. My number one goal is to change the culture to stop people from wanting to leave here. That's the first thing. I got to get these people to say, hey, give it a shot. Don't leave. Because if I can convince the people to stay here and give it a shot and we can change the culture, they'll advertise the city. They'll promote the city. One of my favorite movies, The Lion King, I only watched it because I seen the advertisement. We got to do a better job of advertising the great stuff about bowlers, because all these Mexican people do is go live and pick at people, fighting at people, doing stuff and tearing each other down. Again, you in Houston, you see the negative stuff. Why would you want to come back to all this mess, all this drama? And this what we advertising. This what we selling. And you wonder why nobody ain't bought no tickets. Because nobody with logic, reason, somebody got something to lose, they're not going to come here and get involved in all this mess. And so that's my mindset when it comes to building Bogalusa up. It's got to start from within. But leadership reflects attitude.
Hey man, listen, like I said, man, pretty strong responses, man, strong answers, man. Like you know where I stand. I'm always stand this way when it comes to, picking a leader to lead. Because one thing I learned about myself, and I wish we had a lot more people would think this way in Bogalusa, just in general, is that you have to know what your role is in any city, in society, any team or whatever. I knew I wasn't cut out to be a mayor a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I knew that for a fact. The reason why is simply because of the way my temper works. It ain't gonna happen because I'm already knowing. Once I see Nonsense. It ain't even got nothing to do with what I like and don't like. If I once I see somebody trying to sabotage or get in the way of something great or progress, my response to that is gonna cost me my position every single time. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to me being a worker bee, when it comes to boots on the ground, I live for that type of stuff. When it comes to being in the trenches, I live for that type of stuff. You know, for that. But as far as a leadership though, I'm really really hard on who chooses to lead the ship. So with that being said, like the answers that you gave tonight, I'm not mad. Listen, I can't get upset at anything that you said tonight. I still personally would like to see how you're going to try to balance being a pastor and a mayor at the same time. Um, I just know growing up under my dad was a minister, so growing up under a pastor, I just know the demand that takes. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you love your congregation and you love your people. So seeing that, and then but before I close out on asking you questions about this, I do want to ask this question because my love and my motivation for unity is never going to die amongst men, powerful men. I want to know what are some of the positives because we was talking about unity. I want to know what are some of the positives that you found about the current administration that you feel like that you can keep going. What are some of the positive things that were changed across the course of this current administration that you feel like can keep going, or you would hold in place, or feel like, hey, this was a really good change that you've seen happen?
Man, I believe that this current administration have a desire for young people. I believe that they have a passion to help kids, and I share that same passion.
Mm-hmm.
I love children, and I do everything I can daily for children. Um, that's not mine. And some of those things that I seen the administration do when it comes to children, I'm going to do them. I may not go the same route, but I'm going to work with our agencies in the city. I'm going to work with our community partners in the city,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to help. We're going to make sure that all of our young people are exposed to everything they need to be productive and be prepared in life. And so that's probably the one thing that I would say about that. But Kev, Drew, let me give you one piece here to think about. Your dad, me and your dad was cool,
Mm-hmm.
and I spent a lot of time around your dad.
Mm-hmm.
I consider him one of my mentors, and I just hate I didn't get that barbecue recipe from him before he checked out, man. Lord have mercy, I would be on fire right now. That man made me some barbecue sauce and that butter and that
Absolutely.
oh
Yeah,
my
I
God,
remember.
I'm still tasting it. But anyway, your dad was also a community activist.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't just a pastor, he was deeply involved with the issues in the city. He made time to care for his community. He made time to be there for his members, but he also made time to work with the people in the city to improve the city and to bring equality to the city. Your dad was also close friends with Pastor Mills. Pastor Mills served on the school board for God know how many years. And he also worked at the paper mill as a supervisor at the paper mill.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can work at the paper mill, working them 12-hour shifts while also being on the school board, while also pastoring at that time the biggest church in Bogalusa, Black church, I think you can do anything but fail. All these pastors had jobs. Black pastors don't have the opportunity to do what some of the other pastors do because we don't believe in giving the way some of them other people believe in giving. That's another segment. If y'all want to ask me, I'll tell you why. But the reality is, all those pastors had jobs. My pastor, Pastor Matthews, worked at Rest Haven, full-time job, and went to the military, still pastoring, still preaching, still involved with other activity. Pastor Cyrus worked at the mill for years and sold insurance and still pastored, and took care of his business. All these pastors had full-time jobs, and all of them were actively involved in the community, period.
Yeah,
And
but
a lot of them
go ahead.
held political offices.
Yeah,
Martin Luther King is a prime example. This man was actively involved. He had more responsibility than two mayors put together and still found a way to be a great pastor. The pastor of his church right now, Ebenezer in Atlanta, he's a U.S. senator in Georgia, and he's the pastor of that church. I think more pastors should be involved, because if they're men that's called by God, these men will walk in higher integrity than the average guy. These men will be governed by a different set of laws and set of rules that will convict them and help them to make the right choices in critical moments.
Yeah, and I like listen, man. Like that's one thing that I always disagree with. You can ask my dad. That's one thing I always disagree with. I hated the fact that he was so active in the community. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I watched and saw what he dealt with, behind the scenes that a lot of people didn't know
Yeah,
and didn't understand. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like, so,
yeah,
that's what I mean by like I've seen it. Um, I've seen the level of stress. I've seen the
yeah,
level of, how it destroyed his health in a lot of different ways.
yeah.
Um, like I said, I've seen the pull. You know what I mean? And I so that's why I'm not just speaking from, just no experience at all. I'm speaking from what I have seen, on the inside looking out. So that's the reason
Right.
why like I've never felt that those two was ever meant to be mixed. I can see and then we're not going to go back to the same conversation, but I can see a mayor being a godly man, and I can see a godly man being a mayor, but I can't see, like the pinnacle of both of those institutions being the same person. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. Now, if you make that work, I have no issue with that at all. Like, hey, you have been to prove me wrong. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the faith, I can respect the faith and the trust that you have in your abilities to be able to do so. So I can fully and truly respect that aspect of it. But more power to you. But when it comes to that, but that's the only
If
thing.
you if you Right. If you go to the school, they named that building after Pastor Mills down there. So somehow, some way, he done it. He
Mhm,
perfected both of those. He done it so well. So they said, hey, let's name the building after him. After serving, I believe, 30 years close to doing that, being a supervisor at the mill,
mhm,
being a school board member, and being a pastor of the biggest church in Bogalusa at the time. I mean, that's incredible to say he was able to accomplish that at the
mhm,
same time while being married, while having children. And again, the reality is I'm not 20 something. I'm not 30 something. I'm
mhm,
42 years old.
mhm,
And God has blessed me to move at certain stages of my life to do certain things, because as you age, you should acquire wisdom, skills, and experiences.
mhm,
And with my skills and my wisdom and experiences, it has allowed me to be ready for this task.
mhm,
I'm not Michael O'Ree on the city council years ago. I've done a decent job, but I'm telling you, this guy today can do a great job because of the wisdom, because of
mhm,
the skills, because of the experience I have acquired over the. I was on the city council at 23 years old. Now let's not forget that.
mhm,
So I had to grow up quick. I didn't have the luxury just to hang out and do what I want to do. I had to grow up quick and do the things I needed to do. Again, I'm not voting on nothing.
mhm,
I'm enforcing what's on the books. I'm the coach. I'm the quarterback. I'm gonna get everybody involved. I gotta stay within the guidelines. I gotta stay within the perimeter of the offense and do what I'm called to do. It's my season to step up and be who God has called for me to be. And I don't care how anointed and how gifted you are. If you move before God will send you to do it, you will not be productive. I couldn't run for mayor a long time ago. I couldn't wait longer because I'm anointed for this time. And I got to do what I'm called to do to make this city the best possible place it can be. Let me tell you a side note here that y'all don't know nothing about. Temple Inland, who has been threatened to consider doing more for the city. They've been threatened to say y'all don't do enough, and they want to get a tax exempt to bring some equipment in. Now watch this here. Some people gonna look at that and say they're a $1 billion company. They don't need no tax break. They don't need this stuff here. They've been shutting mills down every 5 years. Do you know there was talks? Bogalusa name considered, not saying they was gonna do it. Can you imagine a day where you hear on Facebook the mill is gone? And then we are on social media talking about they don't do enough. We want more. That could be a private meeting. We cannot afford to offend IP and cause these people to consider packing their bags and walking out on us. Where's the logic behind that? Our folks work there. That's the highest paying job in the parish without a college degree. What are we thinking about?
We
We
look.
got to work with everybody.
We don't want to lose the mill. All right, my dad retired from the mill, worked many years over there. But what we do want is the mill to respond to our email about sponsorships. The night train is looking for sponsorship, baby. I sent an email to them a few weeks ago. And look, man, you're right. They are $1 billion company. And here on this platform, we are doing a lot of good things. And we can clean a lot of this mess up through media.
Kevin,
Okay.
don't send another email. Go over there.
No. But I have a good relationship with the mill. I have a good relationship,
Okay.
but we can make some
Cause
things
they
happen.
sponsored you. They sponsored you
They
before.
did. They sponsored. Hey, we filmed
And
Mealtime. And
guess
shout
what?
out to the mill.
These people saying the mill don't do enough for the city. Do you know how much money the mill donate to these private organizations that sometimes don't make it public or they don't want people in their business? Cut it out. These
Well,
people giving to
hey,
anybody knock
I
on
know
their
one
door.
thing. You see at the top of the screen, everybody, where you see Night Train Media. I would love to make it public and say Night Train Podcast brought to you by International Paper. Don't that'll make me feel good. That'll make me, and then we can then sponsor and do some things for the community. Drew,
Yeah,
we need to
absolutely.
we need to talk
Hey,
about
listen.
that. We and you know what? You right. Oh, we gonna set up an in-person meeting with a lot of these businesses because the Night Train is doing a lot over the last few months to bring positivity to our
All I'm
community.
telling
And
you
real quick,
is,
before we get back into the
uh,
conversation, real quick, my brother James Brennan, that's my dog. All right. And he had said in the comments that I was talking like he was glass half full, talking about Bogue. I'm not, I'm just giving a perspective. A lot of people, we got a lot of viewers tonight, and I want to make sure that the people that are away from the city or the people that are in Bogue understand from a perspective of mine of the state of the community and wanting to come back. And actually, I may have another guest coming on, man. I'm trying to see if they're available to kind of speak on that. But I just wanted to put that out there. I'm not trying to be dull tonight. That's all. That's all I wanted to say.
yeah, James Brown, I like him. That's my guy.
And he doing a lot. He doing a lot, man. My mama, she texts me all the time where she'll see James working up on a house, fixing the house, fixing what is it called? Blight. Going around and cleaning up the community, cleaning up Columbia Street, man. And so shout out to Mr. Brennan and Blackstone Properties. I will give that shout out.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and let some people tell it, he's white, so we shouldn't like him and let's boycott him. But I mean, that's the negative stuff I'm trying to get rid of in Bogalusa. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, man. It's sickening to my stomach that this is the type of time we on in our city to where everything boils down to skin color. And that I'm just sick of that narrative that we're trying to shove down people's throat. You know, you still with me, Drew?
Yeah, I'm still here, baby. Kev still
Oh,
there.
okay.
He probably just had a
Because
bit of a trouble.
I'm
I about
right
to
here,
start
y'all.
my
I'm
new
here.
segment. Oh, no, stay there. That's like I have to start my new segment. Oh noes. But what I'm about to say is, you know, the reality is this here. We got to get out of this narrow mindset that everything is about skin color. You know what's bigger than skin color? Character. That's bigger than skin color. You know what's bigger than skin color? Low downness. I don't want to be around no evil, low down people. I don't care what color it is. I want to be around good, productive, quality people 24/7 if I can help it. And the reality is we gotta all do a better job at respecting one another. That's just it. That's truth. I gotta respect y'all brothers. I gotta respect these white guys. I want them to respect me, but I'm not caught up in color. I'm caught up in character. Period. Period. I'm caught up in being productive. I'm caught up in wanting something out of life. I'm caught up in what can you bring to the table to help us grow. And the reality is, as mayor of the city, it's my job to have enough seats there so everybody want to pull up and everybody want to help. I got a seat available. Come on, let's get on board. And that's the mindset that we got to have for Bogalusa. And you can go do something else in Pine. You may do something else in Enid. You may could do something else in Mississippi. But in Bogalusa, we're better together. It's going to take all of us pushing and pulling together.
Let me ask this. Now, it is no secret that there has been, I'm not going to say on both ends, I'm just going to say animosity between the current mayor, Tyron Trone, and yourself. Whether it's rumors, whether it's things, we've had that episode a few episodes back. Y'all can go check it out. I think it was episode 6. It's on YouTube, um, Spotify, and Apple. My question is, before Tyron got in office, there were issues between communication between Wendy Perrette and Tyron during that transition. If you do win, what is that transition of power going to look like? Being that y'all already have a history of not getting along, having words, being called a B
Hold
word.
on, hold on, hold
That
on.
was
Hey, hey,
funny.
hey,
That was a funny conversation that happened. Y'all got to go look at
Kevin,
that one. Go ahead.
Kevin. I didn't know I had words with him back and forth. I didn't know I did that. You know it?
I'm talking about the issue of the cursing out and all the other stuff. Just they can go back and watch the episode, but I'm just saying there's
Okay. Because I'm
animosity
sorry,
there.
I didn't know I said nothing. I didn't
Yeah,
know I said nothing.
I
I'm
get
sorry.
that. I get that. I know you clean it up for the
Yeah.
people out
I,
there.
I,
I get it.
I didn't know
But
I
what
said
would
nothing. Okay.
that transition look like, being that it's known that there is some dislike there, and you all would have, for the sake of Bogalusa now, financially, record keeping, what is that transition of power going to look like, being that clearly somebody's not on the same page?
Well, here's my good Christian quality that I bring to the table, being a man of God. Forgiveness at the top of my list. And I tell my churches all the time, you need to learn how to forgive often and forgive quick. We ain't got a year to wait for all this grudging and vengeful tours and trying to get back at everybody and kill everybody and hurt everybody. We got to forgive often and we got to forgive quick. And guess what? I've never had no personal beef with this guy. I've never had. Everything I dealt with him was on voting issues as related to me being on the city council. I don't have nothing against him. So whether I win, whether he win, if he beat Ori, I mean if he beat me, I'm gonna call him that night. I'm gonna congratulate him, and I'm gonna say, hey man, if you need me, I'm here. If not, I'm gonna go back in my little hole and go back to doing what I've been doing for the past 20 years. However, when I win, or if I win, I won't be arrogant. You can't be confident because people think you bad. So if I win, I'm gonna call him that same night and ask him, hey man, can me and you, do you feel comfortable meeting me one-on-one? If not, bring somebody, reach out, bring somebody to me. We'll sit down and figure this thing out. But I would love to work with him. And guess what? Let's just say I'm the mayor 3 years from now, and this guy called me and he needs some help and he needs something. Do you know I'm gonna help him instantly? Like it won't even be a thought of my mind. Like I'm the mayor for everyone in the city of Bogalusa. That's what's got to change. Just because, and let me say this right now. This is my second time getting in trouble. I got one more time tonight, then I'm through. As black people, now this is why I got to get real with us. We don't know how to live with each other through disagreements. We hadn't learned that yet. Slavery messed us up with that, and that's something we ain't conquered.
Now that's
Now
something
here's what God,
that's something I can agree
huh?
with. I want to stop you right there and
Okay.
agree with you
Yeah.
wholeheartedly on that aspect. I
Yeah.
live off of this notion, and I feel like that's what people get me confused at, because I could be really passionate about a lot of things in life, and people think, oh, you must hate this person or you must hate. No, that has absolutely nothing to do with it. If that person called me literally the next day, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Literally after the disagreement or the discussion, I'm there. You have to learn how to
Drew,
live in disagreement with other people. As long as you have the same goal in mind, you can work. As long as you have the same goal in mind, you can work.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you don't have the same goal in mind, I got to learn how to get back in my lane
Mm-hmm.
and keep moving in my direction and stop worrying about what you're doing in your lane.
Mm-hmm.
We have created a climate in this city to where in order for me to like you, I gotta hate somebody
I
else.
agree with that 100%.
That's what we at
Yeah,
today.
I agree
We're,
with
we're
that.
at a place today where either they gotta hate me to, and I told all my family, I told all my people
Mm-hmm.
here, don't respond to none of this stuff on Facebook. Don't say nothing about nobody on Facebook. We not attacking nobody. We gonna stay positive and we gonna keep moving in our lane. Because until, and watch this here, I'm finna get in trouble. So I'm through now. It's my third and final one. Until we start respecting each other, I wouldn't expect no white person to respect us because they see how we hate each other. Now, listen to me. I agree with the administration policies. I agree with there's some fundamental differences that we have that I don't like. I don't hate this guy personally. I'm not going to attack him personally and what he got arrested for and what he doing in his private time. I'm not here to bring him down. God will do that for all of us. I'm here to say, how do we live in a community together without trying to kill each other? And I ain't talking about pow, pow, pow. I'm talking about assassinating each other's character on social media. Why can't we hold each other accountable as black men and say, hey man, we're not gonna talk. I couldn't go on 4th Street as a little boy. Let me say this. Oop man and them black boy and Boswell and them older guys, if I walked on 4th Street, they would punch me in my chest, give me $5 and send me round the corner. Because they believe that only grown people gonna be up here. They held each other accountable. Why can't we do it amongst ourselves? And it bothers me. It bothers me that if I'm jealous of you, I'm going to make up some fake beef to try to tear you down and destroy you because I'm too insecure to just say, I'm just a little jealous of you, man. So let me go over and beyond to turn people against you, make people hate you, to destroy you. That's why I don't get on social media and respond to that negative, messy, hateful, pitiful, demonic stuff, because all it's going to do is make people want to get on my side and get on the other side. That's fake. That's not Bible. That's not Christian. That's not even morally right. If you got a problem with somebody, why you see them in Walmart, won't speak, and then go on social media and talk about it? You know how, oh man. And
Hey,
so
look,
how do,
the comments are getting back heated. And
okay, well,
look,
come
like I
on with it. I'm
said,
ready to comment too.
on the night train, we go directly to the comment section. And oh, respectfully, somebody just said you're full of shit. Now you can respond if you want to, but you don't have to. But before we get there,
Who said
we
it?
can a Smith, a Rosalind Smith. Now, but before we get there, because I sense some things getting heated, because you're very passionate about it, as you should be. Okay, and I like the fact that you don't respond. You know, I'm a big advocate of not responding to the social media. Now, every now and then, I may have to go in there and set the record straight. Okay, so I don't want to be a hypocrite tonight, but let's dial down the temperature real quick, because we got a guest. We got a guest that want to hop on, man, and we're gonna have a conversation. So let's see if we can get this working real quick. Sister Ishmael, are you on? As we wait for Sister Ishmael to come on. Boy, she done brought out that Canon R6 with the quality. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hey, that's what we do on the night train. Full of quality. Full of quality. Full of 4K, baby. Hey, man, you've been in the comments and you've been watching for the last 2 hours. So I want to appreciate you for hopping on. And you are one person that graduated for BHS, came back, worked in the school system, and then you left, right? So throughout this conversation, would you come back? Would you leave?
First of all, I did not graduate from BHS. I just want to be clear.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. You about go
I
ahead and
graduated
tell
from
everybody where you went to school.
The Louisiana School for Math, Science, and the Arts in Natchitoches, Louisiana. But I did come back. Well, initially I went to Covington or Mandeville. I heard y'all talking about St. Tammany, so I started teaching in St. Tammany, and then Bogalusa called and said they wanted me to come teach in Bogalusa, and I guess you ain't asking my Bogalusa feedback, but I wouldn't come back. I've been gone 3 years, and I see your eyebrows going up. I wouldn't come back.
Why wouldn't you come back?
I didn't have my speech together. I think it's a number of things. Definitely, income wise, I'm probably making 3 or 4 times what I was making in Bogalusa out here in Dallas. But I think a lot of it for me was mindset of the community as a whole that didn't mesh with what I was trying to do. And I say it like that.
No, I think we've touched on that a few times.
What year you left Bogalusa in high school?
2004, I left.
No, that was your what? Junior year, sophomore year?
That was my sophomore year.
Okay, I didn't know that. You graduated what year?
2006.
Okay, that's why Ori was grown. He was handling business at that time. I mean, I was. Lord have mercy. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But no, I
Hey, you
mean,
asked me a question, Kevin. Let me and give me a second here. Let me just answer this question right quick.
go ahead.
Uh, I went to Long Avenue, and when we was at Long Avenue, it was a boy across the street. His name was Chris Perry. Chris Perry was a great football player. He would have been nice had he went to high school with us. But he had a dog in the yard, and every car that passed by Long Avenue, that dog would chase him every day. It tripped over here. I don't care. And that dog just run after every car that came by. And I laughed at it every day because he would be barking at the tires. I'm like, man, you're not gonna do nothing to them tires. But I never seen that car turn around and chase that dog. I don't know what's next.
You stupid, man. Just
I'm
stop
just talking, man. You said somebody said I'm full of stuff. I mean, man, cut it out. Cut it out. Hey, and I would encourage anybody that's everybody's got something to say, put some facts out there. What's your issue? What's your problem? Like, let's talk. Let's have a few moments tonight. If anybody got something to say about Ori, about me, we can talk about it. Because these folks that's got so much to say with no proof, nothing realistic, just want to be seen. That's what's wrong with our city. And these people are empowered now. These are people who are these are our new community leaders. These are our new community activists. These are our new civil rights leaders. These are the people who are pushing the narrative about our city. And that's why these other folks in these outside folks is laughing at us because we don't allow these people to be leaders in the town. And all they do is cuss, fuss, fight, and act silly on social media. Now, at what point are we going to hold these people accountable and say enough is enough? Let's take the city back. That's why I got to run from there. That's why I see it. I see why. That's why I got to run. I see what's going on now. Somebody got to have some courage to say enough is enough. I'm sick of it. And y'all sick of it too, but you can't say what I say because I'm all the way out here. But I'm telling you, the ignorance have been empowered. That's all and everything is social media. With no proof. You can't go in no courtroom with no proof and just talk about people and lie. That's hearsay. Get them out of here, Your Honor. That's what I'm saying now. Get them out of here. Cut it out. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm
I have a
tripping tonight.
question.
Go ahead and talk to me.
No, you're doing good.
Come on.
But when you
Thank you
say,
so much.
I agree about taking the city back, but what is your plan for taking the city back? I heard y'all probably missed a little bit, but I heard you say bowling alley and skating ring and movie theater. But what's your plan for taking the city back and changing the mindset, or is that even feasible? What's that look
So
like?
it's feasible, but I'm not sitting here right tonight trying to run some impressive game on someone. I'm telling you that when I come into office, just me walking in the door will change the climate off the top because we're going to come and show love to everyone. We're going to embrace the idea of where we are and how we can get to a better place. And then also we're going to start beautifying this city. I mean, listen, when you drive, you've been out of town. When you come to Bosa, it's dark. It look horrible, and there's bushes everywhere, trees everywhere, grass everywhere. All these tore down, worn down houses is demoralizing. And why would you want to be a rocket scientist? Why would you want to do something big, something awesome, and all you see is filth and foolishness? It's my job to get us on a different path. And I'm just saying, I don't take no for answer. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna be dealing with them state legislators, them US legislators, and we're gonna get some great things for this city. Now, I got some great connections, I got some great friendships, and I know a lot of people. And these people is gonna help us make this city the best it can be. So for us changing the culture, that's just gonna happen with the steps we're gonna take and actually making real change in the city in real time. And the culture will naturally change with our pace.
I mean,
Okay, thank
so
you.
I think when you look, man, we're almost 2.5 hours in, and we still keeping the conversation going. So I want to ask you this first, because I don't think the current mayor has announced that he's running for re-election. I don't know if there's going to be anybody else in the race, but I know they had a debate for the past election. Would you be open to having a debate on the night train just like this in an open setting? Because I mean, from the looks of it and the way the views and the shares and the comments is going, this by far has had more views than any debate they've had in the past. So this would be the prime location for it. So would you be open to coming on a platform like this with whoever else is running for mayor and have a conversation and have a debate?
Absolutely. I will have a debate at the Quick Shop Corner. I have a debate at the Sonic Drive, and I have a debate on the night train. Absolutely. And that's with anybody. Listen to me. I don't have to think about these answers. I don't have to study and rehearse and try to run some game and get some script together. I love my city. I've been fighting for this city since I was in the 12th grade. I'm just being honest with you, man. I've been taking kids to college, trying to get them in school, trying to give them opportunities just on my own little dime. I've been helping these younger people get the skills they need to be productive and do all things that need to be done. And so when you think about this here, even here you go, Drew. Here's some black community stuff. Just coming through Sullivan Drive, I became city council from 23. On Sullivan Drive, the people told me, Ori, it's hard to come to the stop sign between maybe 3rd Street and Rose and Pearl. And
I
if you
told
come
you
to
he
the
was the
stop
reason
sign,
for
your
that, Drew.
car's in the road.
I told Drew you were behind that, but go ahead.
Yeah, and the first thing I done was I got that highway situated so it could be a 3 lane because that was a major issue for the people that's just trying to come to the stop sign to see. Also, people was getting hit by cars and people got killed on that road. So I wanted to make sure that we made it safe over there for people to be able to just drive their vehicles and cross the road safely. What I'm telling you is when I put that Greek show together, man, you don't even know the money I raised for all them churches in Bogalusa when I was doing city council. I had the guy come down. We raised money for all them churches. We went to different churches every night. You don't even know. I had a seminar at the high school. I brought Gabe Norton down. I brought Larry Wright down. I brought all these NFL and NBA basketball players down to talk about bullying, the opportunity. We had a whole camp that day. It's just things that I done back then that I got away from as I done ministry work. But what I'm saying to you tonight, Kevin, is overall, I would talk to anybody about Bogalusa because it's just in my heart. It's in my heart. I gotta make this up. I've seen it. I was on city council for 8 years. Let's not forget that. 8 years. City council president. When it was 5 white people and 2 blacks on there. And I was voted to be the city council president. I know how to work with people. Period. One knows we have five white people, 2 blacks. I'm a city council president. Oh, Michael O'Ree. And because I know how to work with people. I know how to deal with people. I know how to put up with people. That's what the gift God gave me. And I'm gonna use it.
I think like, and I, me, I'm always listening for different, statements and phrases, and I think that's a double-edged sword that I feel like people make their own assumptions whenever you say you know how to put up with people. I feel like people take it as you playing both sides of the fence, and that happens a whole lot, with individuals that know how to move in different rooms, to where you have to be all the way on one side or all the way on the other with most people these days. If they feel like that you are having conversations with like you said, individuals that they don't like, they automatically feel like that, okay, you are this person behind closed doors, or you in bed with the enemy. And I feel like what the main message you're trying to say is that you don't really base your relationships off of what everybody else feels about people, what I'm saying, in general. So yes, if it's not popular to like this person, that's not going to sway your relationship with that person in any way, shape, or form. And I actually can respect that in a lot of ways. Now, because this is, and I know, you always say black community stuff, Drew, when you referring to me. And I feel like the reason why that's the case is simply because like I said, I can't speak for any other communities. Oh, like I can't speak for any other
I
communities that
understand.
they going through. Like the only thing that I can speak for is, and you know, everybody that's saying like, oh, you know, this is united. You know, this is about black and white. This is not about black and white. It's about us coming together. You know, that's easy to say in theory, but when it comes down to actually physically unifying, that means that people have to make sacrifices, and that's when it comes down to race. And that's the whole point of what that's what my conversation, you know, comes into play at. It's like, yeah, that sounds great whenever we're talking, but when it comes to, you know, sacrificing, you know, because everybody can't get what they want, you know what I mean? And like that's when the issue starts
Yeah.
to, you know, starts to come to the table of is you have to choose a side, because there are people that have been in power for so long till once it becomes to infringe on what they want or what they desire, that's when race starts to come to place. Then that hierarchy shows up at that point.
Right. So I understand the narrative about playing both sides. I
Mhm.
can see the negative
Yeah.
side of that, but the truth is, how far in life are you going to get when you're only one-sided? Period.
Mhm.
How high can you excel in life when you're one-sided? If you're one-sided, that means your experiences are limited. That means your mindset is limited and your opportunities are limited. So how can you be effective as a leader, period,
Mhm.
and you're just trying to look at everything from one side? My life is just a unified life.
Mhm.
I deal with white people every day. I deal with black people every day. And you think I care what color he is? I'm not caught up in that dumb stuff. I'm in business. I'm a minister and I work for the school. I got to deal with everybody.
Mhm.
And so my point I'm saying is, you out of town, Miss Ishman and Kev out of town, how high up the corporate ladder are you going to climb without being able to cross over and deal with other people? I'm not running for the black people. This
Mhm.
ain't about being the black male Bogalusa. That's idiot talk. That's not realistic talk. I'm running to be the mayor, the representative of the city. That's my Mexican people. That's my Latino people. That's my China Star people. That's my girl over there at the donut panel. I get my donut hole I shouldn't be eating every morning. And my girl over there at Farm Bureau. I'm running for all these people too. I work out with these people. I deal with these. I'm cool with all these pastors. And me and Pastor Houston, that's my boy, and Caleb, and I'm cool with Pastor Nathaniel. I deal with all people. Why are we so caught up in this color stuff to what people feel? Oh, real Uncle Tom. Man, first of all, the only Uncle Tom I know is that dude out the cartoon, the little cat Tom that's chasing the mouse. I don't know about no Uncle Tom. That you know how silly minded you gotta be to insinuate that a black guy is an Uncle Tom because he know how to talk to a white man. That's stupid talk. How low are we gonna fall as people to say he's an Uncle Tom because he talking to the white people, he cool with the white people? That's not wise to say, period. Because Martin Luther King, who the man I got most respect for on this earth, he dealt with white people. And he got a lot done. Go see his statue when you get a chance and understand the impact he made. Still to this day, he's been dead all these years, and he still has made a lifelong lasting impact on the world because he knew how to deal with everybody. And all I'm telling you is, I'm gonna represent them. I'm not gonna shy away. You know what? This boy right here. When I see him, I'm baking a cake for him. But I'm not gonna shy away from no white person because I'm black or because I'm and when if I'm in the hood and I'm talking with the sheriff, I'm talking one of these white guys or anybody, and I see my guys, we gonna unify. Hey, let's do this here. Let's look. I'm just telling you, I'm not with that silly mindset. I'm about wisdom. I'm about doing what's right for the people, but I'm also about integrity. I'm gonna be myself. Let me say this shit. I'm gonna let y'all have it because it's time to go. Here's the most beautiful thing I love about my life. My children have the utmost respect for me. They love me. I'm gonna tell you why they love me. Because they know this guy named Michael O'Ree privately. They love my personality, they love my mindset, they love my attitude, my energy. Because they see I'm a real person, real feelings, but for the most part, I'm on fire. They like that. They see that in their daddy. Oh my God.
Hey man, listen. It's the night train, baby.
Hey, Kevin, you know what? Hey man, I'm baking a cake for you, boy.
Hey,
I'm baking a cake for you.
hey, listen, man. We live on the Night Train.
And if you was a
Night
Q
Train
dog,
Media.
I'll take you to the grass when I see you. Sick, but they probably go eat a Tootsie Roll Pop and eat a sandwich and go to bed. I don't know what they do.
See, I'm up here. I'm trying to give my dog his props. He want to bring
Q dog, we don't play games.
Hey, listen, man. This Night Train Media. It's been a very powerful episode. Oh my God.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff on the table today, man. Make sure y'all check out the Night Train, presented by Night Train Media.
Man, you ain't let Miss Ishmael get. She had another question for me, man.
Hold on, we ain't done. We ain't done yet. I'm just making sure we get the drop. We trying to get this money up, baby. We trying to get.
Hey, Ken, you know what? Oh my God.
We trying to get
well,
sponsored.
Cut the music. I'm gonna talk to the people.
But you gotta set the
Man.
mood though. Oh, you gotta set the mood. So you gotta learn in this media stuff how to still talk about music playing. See how I finished my statement and the music was just still mellowed down.
Hey, Miss Ishmael, can you hear him?
See,
I can hear.
About, baby.
You hear him clear?
I can hear him clear.
See, just sit back
Drew,
and let me take
Drew,
the
you
mic.
can hear him clear?
Yeah, I can hear it, man.
Sit back and let me handle the mic real quick. Night Train Media, we looking for sponsorship, baby. And pass the mic over, you real connected with all these people. You've been telling us all night. So let's make sure we get a logo on this screen, one episode. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. The show not over yet. It's about to be though, man. We going 3 hours strong almost. Make sure you check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We got a few episodes on iHeartRadio as well. That's all
I
I
made
got.
the girl log off. I made the girl log off. I don't blame her. See, that's your home girl. That's your clan.
I did not log off.
She can't say what I say.
I ain't log off.
Say, look, man, y'all gonna stop playing with me with this media stuff, man. I'm telling y'all, when I get a logo on that screen, it's over. It's over, man. When you see the Night Train presented by, it's over. Hey, man, I'm 5 years in on
Man, let me
this,
see
Drew.
this cash
Drew, we about to make it, Drew. Hey, man, if you talking Cash App, you gonna send something? Y'all in the comments, y'all want to send something? Hey, all I'm saying is the road to the election gonna come through the Night Train. I'm just saying. The road to Bogalusa versus Vonado coming through the Night Train, man. Y'all ain't never seen nothing like this before. A lot of y'all knew because this is a new messy episode. A lot of y'all new to this, but I need y'all to go to YouTube and check out all our old. No, it's not messy for you, but the people back home, they wanted to see something they ain't never seen before. So from here on out, the rest of our live conversations, our live shows, live episodes, check us out on Night Train Podcast Facebook page and YouTube, man. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, man, I hope y'all still
I
hope they still letting that cash out ring out for them kids over at Central, man. And I hope it's still in the chat here.
I'll pin it one more time.
Yeah, pin it in the chat. I hope y'all letting it ring out, man. Cash out Virgin Moses, man, for the Central Winter Wonderland, man. Let's make sure that that's getting out there. My fault. Go ahead.
No, you good. I was gonna say I just appreciate y'all for the opportunity tonight. It has been awesome and amazing. Yeah. Despite all the rudeness, despite all the inconsistency, despite all the mess I had to endure tonight, I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all.
That boy say rudeness. We know he was talking to Kel, man.
What was rude about it, man? Look,
my boy Kel was playing the Oscars music.
In future episodes, if you come back on, man, you got to learn how to just keep talking with the music, man. See, the thing is, you were on a roll, and the music was gonna get you there. The music was gonna
cut the music down, son. I don't want to hear that loud stuff pumping in my ear. Cut it down, son.
You need some headphones because everybody else on here.
Okay.
Everybody else, it was good.
You know what? I didn't hear no music when Peter was on here. I didn't hear no music when my Lisa was on here. Now, if you're gonna treat these people with respect,
system. We was using a different system.
Oh my God!
I brought out all the guns for you, man. This episode, I knew it was gonna have the views, man. I had to bring out all the stops, man. Come on.
All I'm saying is, my Lisa's your girl from ULL, so you're gonna treat her with love.
Go Cajuns.
I don't know what. Well, that's fake to me, but yeah, I don't know what Peter done paid you on the table to treat him right and do him right. I come on the show with love and respect. Y'all start off by congratulating y'all, thanking y'all, giving y'all a massage, and look how I get treated today. Now this what you said. This what you told me earlier.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
just ain't the boat don't support you. Well, the night train ain't really. I don't
Oh
like how
my
night train
God.
treated me tonight, man. Oh my God.
Janine said Janine said the music is kind of loud, kid.
Hey,
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
need I'm
Who
gonna
that is,
need
Drew?
y'all.
Janine
Who
said
said
this.
that, Drew?
I'm gonna
My
need
girl
y'all,
Janine said that music is kind of loud, man.
and that's why
I like Janine. That's my girl. Tell Janine I
our
said, well, so I
phones
like that.
have
She know what I'm talking about.
volume
This girl
buttons on it.
Ishmael, Miss Ishmael is his classmate. She not gonna be honest with Kid because she got mad at me earlier because I was
I'm
getting
not
on
his
Kid. She say,
classmate.
I'm gonna get in with him.
I'm the
I'm
Well,
not
youngest
that's
his
your
one on here.
homeboy.
classmate.
That's even worse.
That's my
That's
dog
even
though.
worse.
So
That's
we're
your
gonna
homeboy.
ride together now. We're gonna
Thank
beef
you,
in private.
thank you, Chicago.
You know what?
Thank you.
I'm so sorry you got from the madness
But we
school.
all on your side
I'm
right
so
now. Oh,
sorry.
I did. Don't do that.
Yeah, you
We
got
all
from madness school.
did.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah,
Okay, I like
not
that.
all. Just
Cause that was my next question. You ready?
yeah, I'm ready.
So you said I graduated from the magnet school. We all went to the magnet school, right, Drew?
Yeah, I
We
went.
had a good time. And we always talk about how good the time was. Even if you went to Long Avenue, that time period of you in elementary school, Bogalusa was off the chain, was it not?
Absolutely.
Which was a big reason why I started teaching, because I'm like, man, we had such a good time in school. School was great for me. I know as a teacher, I'm gonna have a ball. Fast
Right.
forward, we see that today's kids is not like we were as kids, but I think a big part of it is nothing for us to do in Bogalusa. Us kids,
Okay.
grown folks, adults. So I would get off work and I'm on my way to Covington. I'm going to New Orleans on the Tuesday, on the Thursday, to give me something to eat, because it's nothing to eat, to watch a movie, to go to the store, to buy fruit. I can't even buy no good fruit, good smoothie, So what I feel like, I'm not going to ask you what your plans are, but just keep that in mind as get ready to run, that it's nothing for anybody to do. I heard you mention it's a
Right.
retirement time, but what about the people who not getting ready to retire?
Right. Well, I didn't say it's a retirement time. I said it's a good place to
It
retire
is. I agree.
because
It is
I
a
don't
good
like
place to
that
retire.
terminology.
But
It's a good place to retire, and we're gonna
what about
market that too.
the elementary
I'm with you.
kids?
Right. I'm with you. I'm gonna get some skating for them. Trust me now. We're gonna get the skates out. I'm gonna have them right in Bogalusa. Miss Ish, let me tell you something you don't know. My teachers at Grambling called me Mr. Bogalusa. My professors at grad school, you know what they called me? I wish my boy Hunter could come on here right now. They called me Mr. Mayor. Put that seat on rehead back then, and I didn't even care for that type of stuff, but they called me Mr. Bogalusa. You know why they called me that? Because when I introduce myself and I say I'm from Bogalusa, Southside Richmond Town, and I bring that energy when I talk about Bogalusa, they know I love it. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna work every day to make sure Bogalusa is competing with every other city in Louisiana. Let's get serious out here. I
Okay,
ain't got
follow
time for
up.
no mess. I'm about
Because
business.
how much,
Come on.
I mean, you come from the city council, so how much can you really do as a mayor without somebody saying, nah, we ain't gonna let him do that, or nah, we don't like him, we not going for that? How
So
much can you
you
do?
either can you almost can do nothing, or you almost can do everything you want to do. Matt McGee, he was a master at working with the city council members. He knew how to do it. So everything that Matt wanted to get done, he got it done because he knew how to work with them city council members. At the end of the day, as the quarterback, I got to get them the ball too. And I got to make sure they involved. I got to make sure they understand they are a valuable piece of our team's success. And so I'm going to work with them to get just about everything done that we set out to do to improve the quality of life for the citizens of Bogalusa. We're going to do it. And that just comes with working with people.
Any reason why it's not
And I'm,
already
I'm
done? Because they already in office,
huh?
right? Why
Yeah,
haven't
but
we
I'm,
already seen a little progress? They already there. They been there, right? How long those people been there?
yeah, but it's not the city council job to provide direction for the city. They job,
Okay.
they are the legislative branch of the government. Their job is to vote on laws and vote on ordinances to improve the city, but it's not their job to drive the bus. The mayor drives the bus. The city councilors ride on the bus.
Hey man, y'all got to
So
stop
on
voting
this
people in
particular bus,
that ain't doing nothing.
is the driver changing and the passenger staying the same? How's Bogalusa looking?
I don't know how the people gonna vote, but all I'm gonna tell you is if the passengers say to stay the same, we're gonna have a great city. If it's all new passengers, we're gonna have a great city. I'm telling you, my skill set allows me to meet people where they are and get us all to where we need to be. And that's just my skill set. So I'm not concerned about who I'm at to work with. I'm gonna work with them, and I'm gonna get the job done. I'm just not a person you're gonna make tell me no, and I just go into the sunset like, well, I tried. No, I'm gonna fight till I die. And I live here. I got my business. I go to church here, and one day, oh, we gonna die here. I'm gonna fight for this city because this all I got. I don't have nothing else. I don't have no other spot I'm thinking about. I'm here, and I'm gonna make sure this is a great place to call home. And I'm gonna make sure you come back to Bogalusa and get you some good money, get you in a good area where you need to be at, because we need people on board to help move the city in the right direction.
Who coming back, Kevin?
Shoot.
Kevin too. Hey,
Nah.
come! Oh my God! What? Put
No.
the sound bite on now. Now
No,
that's
I told you
powerful.
to
That
pray
what a
again
sound bite for
earlier.
that.
I told you to pray again earlier.
Hey,
They
look,
needed some
man.
prayers when they got started.
I've said in previous episodes before. You said like you talking about the passengers that are already on the bus. Man, something got to change with that city council, man.
Them people not getting off the bus.
Man, but that's the citizens' fault. That's the citizens' fault, and it's people that are voting them in, and it's people that could have experience in doing a good job that don't step up to the plate and run, man. You got people in position of power that are not doing what you need to do for the people that are under them. They looking at it just from their purview, or the people that they're cool with, their friends, their age group. You can't just worry about the 40s and up. You got to worry about everybody.
Kevin, some of your information is misinformed. Let me tell you what I mean by that. As a city council member, they have a job to work directly with the mayor. They have to vote on things that requires a city to spend money and give the mayor permission to get into contracts. It is wise for them to know how much money we have. It is wise for them to have a printout of the finances and tell us a good, you ain't got to give us a full detail report, but give us an idea of how much money we spent in May, how much money we brought in May. So that way, when I'm in June, I got to vote on something else, I can at least feel comfortable knowing I'm not putting the city in further debt. Their job is to manage the money. And if there's no communication from the administration to them, then how can they make wise decisions for the city when there's no communication? And then everybody blaming everybody pointing everybody. That's where I had problems at, because I just asked for a printout. Again, Matt McGehee, when I was on the city council with him, he gave me a budget, a financial breakdown every month. Charles Mizell, he gave it to us at least every month. So we had an idea of what our finances look like. So when I got the vote on a contract to pay Kevin to come in here and do media for the city, okay, we doing pretty good. I vote yes on that. You want people to make wise financial decisions without giving them all the information. That's not right. And then we blame them like it's their fault when there's no communication. As mayor, I'm going to work with the city council. I don't care who on the city council. I'm going to work with them, and we're going to move the city in the right direction, because they want to look good too. I'm going to help them look good. They're going to help me look good.
I get that, but I'm still saying we've all seen the drama in those city council meetings, people not being professional. Being a city council member is more than beautification and fixing some potholes. It's more than that.
Absolutely.
So my thing is,
it ain't their job to fix a pothole. That's extra.
Putting in the work order, making sure right. the grass is cut. It's more than that. And the thing is,
it's not their job.
It's their job to put the work order in. It's their job to make.
They don't have to.
But they don't have
what
to.
What the public works gonna do if they gonna do that?
But we talking about leadership though. We talking about being a leader.
Right. I'm with you. I'm with you. But I'm saying, for us, when it comes down to their job description, that's not a part of their job description. You have a public works department, and it's their job to do these things and make sure these things happen. These people have taken on extra roles, just being good people, just being good politicians, and we have been spoiled by it. So when they don't do it, it looks bad, because it's what we're used to, when legally it's not their job. You got people that you're paying to do them jobs.
When they get elected, or however it works, when they come to their first day on the job, do they get a job description to say, hey, this is what you can do? This is what you're here for?
There's no real orientation. No. There's no real orientation.
Like how we, you know, like how you gonna hire me to
You
flip
you
burgers, but not show me how to flip burgers?
absolutely. So I just hope you know how to do it, because if not, you're gonna burn a lot of meat up on the way to learning how to do it. No, I'm
Wait,
being honest. That's how it's been.
okay,
It's no real training. Now, don't get me wrong. From the state office, they send you some stuff. You read over it. You can go to these conferences. You can go to these certain things and educate yourself and prepare yourself for what you're finna get into. Because you should not run for anything without knowing what you're finna walk into. You should have
but you
some
can.
general idea. You
But we also
can, but you
gotta
shouldn't do it. That's not wise.
you also gotta stop putting people in office just because they name too, or just because who you thought they were when you were growing up, or just because you know them, or just because we go to church together. Like we need to start looking at people qualifications for real. What have you done? Do you know how to handle yourself in a meeting? Do you know how to properly communicate? Like it's things like that that I'm seeing from afar. Man, people in Lafayette all the time hit me up about the circus they be seeing on the internet. And when we already under the microscope, like, come on, man, it's things you can't do.
Yeah,
And
but
when you put in for that job, go ahead, Drew.
nah, but that just circles me back to my point, bro. When y'all sitting here saying like ain't a chance in hell y'all coming back and stuff like that, like that's where it kind of falls on deaf ears. And I'm just being honest. Because you're saying like we need to start looking at people quality. Y'all are the qualified people. Y'all are the age bracket. We are the age bracket that should be sitting on city council. But if we never make it to that age before and we make it to the age we not here, then we can't complain about city council. Because like who are we going to suggest? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just like you keep complaining about, you know, the qualifications of people not being, you know, qualified to be sitting in these seats, but all the people that are qualified, y'all have no desire at all to come back and actually sit in those seats. Then that's why those complaints going to always fall on deaf ears. Because like I said, it's the same notion of people that should be, they're leaving. And the ones that are already gone, y'all have no inclination to come back.
Hey, I
Hey,
ain't got
good
nothing to
point,
say to that.
Drew.
You
I
spot
know
on,
you
my
don't.
brother.
Yeah.
I wait for you to hit one. I wait for you to hit one of the little things. That was a
Hey,
good time. Oh my
hey,
God,
hey.
that was a good time for some of that. I've been waiting
Yeah,
on it.
cause look,
Yeah,
you
there you
ain't
go.
you
Now
gotta
we cooking.
you ain't gotta worry about
Yeah,
it.
Well, see, if you ever
yeah.
know, if you
Now we
know,
cooking.
if you notice, I get quiet whenever you know these conversations happen because we're really talking ourselves in circles. You got two sides of the spectrum. You got two people who, you know, who feel like you have to be here in order to fix these problems, and then you got two people who love the city, but you're choosing your own personal gain over the actual city. Now, I can't. You're saying no, Chicago, but that's what you
I don't
literally
like
just
that.
Chicago. You just literally said nobody gonna pay you
I
what you
don't
getting
like
paid
that.
right
Well, let's be clear, Andrew. The pay is not why I left. And mind you, I just left 3 years ago. I only been gone for 3 years, 2022. So
now.
I've
Yeah,
been in Bogalusa this entire time. I got my house. I still own in Bogalusa. I got property. I got family, so on and so forth. But what I would say when I was there is the people who are in positions of power, whether it be school board, whether it be city council, whether it be whatever, a lot of people never have been outside of Bogalusa, so they don't know how other people do things. So you can sit and say, "Oh well, I don't see how you're gonna do that. Or, I don't see how that work. Or, I don't really like to hear that." But if you go other places and see how other things work, then you could come back and make a change and make a difference. But you have a myriad of different boards, school board, city council, this, that, and the third, of people who have never left outside of the city. So they think their way is how things should go, and that's why it's a mess for
And
so
lack
people
let
don't
me
of
know how to
ask you.
play
for
their
lack of better
role,
So let
man.
me
words.
so let me ask you this, Chicago. Do you feel like if you came back and ran for council, that anybody would beat you with the
Anybody
with
would beat me.
yeah, with the intelligence and with everything that you have gained? Do you feel like anybody would be able to even stand against you toe to toe from that's been here? Same thing, same question for you, Kel.
I don't know if I can answer that question because I'm not
Okay,
gonna put it as if they're not intelligent people
I ain't
that
saying
are right
intelligent.
there within the city. Or
I said
I mean,
qualified.
what's the qualifications?
You and Kel just spoke on the qualifications.
Hey, look,
Run me the
He just
I,
spoke
qualifications.
on
I,
them. You just said them exposure, being able to leave and actually pick up new skills, leaving outside the city to pick up new skills, new understandings, new techniques.
But that's not
everything
why
that y'all have, everything that y'all carry and that y'all have is what Bogalusa is missing. Point blank. Period.
But that's not why the citizens are voting for those people.
Yeah, because if they never offered anything different, that's my whole point. If they're never offered anything different,
offer something different, they ain't want it now.
I can
win. Show me a time. I want you to show me a time that anybody our age bracket, you know what I'm saying, other than, like, well, of course, Tyron, of course, because I still don't feel like
I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I feel like that's half of the reason why he didn't get a fair shot is what we're talking about right now. He didn't have a support system that what we're sitting here talking about that will help him along his journey. So my point is, it don't matter who y'all put in that seat. If he don't have that support system, the same thing. Go ahead.
But that's that makes sense, Drew, because that's what I was trying to explain. The people who are there have been there. So he's saying we get a new bus driver, but the passenger's still the same.
Yeah,
so
but you gotta understand. You gotta understand what O is saying, though. What O is saying is that his wisdom and his experience will allow him to work in that situation a lot better than Tyron was capable of. And that's what he's if you probably weren't listening to the first question I asked him, what is going to be different whenever he comes in, and that's the first thing that he said is he knows how to operate with people that are much older than him, that are much younger than him, that are white, that are black, that are Asian. It doesn't matter. He knows how to move in those spaces, and his mentality is not to come in with a super aggressive tone to where it's a full takeover. It's to come in and figure out what can be done with the people that are in place. That was his mentality, that's the difference that he's separating himself from how Tyron approached it.
Which is why I asked him, how much power does a mayor really have? Because I think people don't realize it's just like the president. Y'all say president do this, do that, and do that, but it's only so much you can do. That's why they have the different parts.
But there is a lot. But there is a lot they can do. And here's what I'm telling you. To this day, I don't make no decision on my own thinking. I just don't. I have people who advise me. I have people who I listen to. I have people that counsel me. I got a pastor. And I'm just saying to you, I'm gonna call, hey man, what you think about this here? Hey man, how this look? What you think about this here? I'm not in a position to make a decision on my own like that. I love the advice from other people. That's called team building, and that's called wisdom. Nobody is that smart to do everything right on their own. And as a mayor, I'm going to have people around me that's going to help me and assist me and advise me. But I got to be open. I got to be transparent with them because I want them to know I really need your help. It's not just a show. It's not just to say I got somebody. No, I'm really going to use these people. And that way it's going to make it easier to work with these other council people because it's all about connecting the dots. And we're going to do that. Kevin, I got to say one thing to you. I got to, I thought I'd never say this here, but
go ahead, man. Yeah.
No, I promise y'all, you really know what I'm finna say. Okay. I got to go to bed. Yeah, I got to go to bed. So, I was thinking about this here, Kevin, and I was thinking about you personally with this here. Overall, Bogalusa has a great opportunity to be something special. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. But it's going to take passionate people to step up and understand that if we hold each other accountable, we can get a lot of great work done. My thing I want to challenge you with, Kevin, as well as Drew, I want to call you Andrew because Miss Ishmael just got mad at you and called you Andrew. I kind of liked that. So I may have to come back and try that because she got your attention. She said, Andrew. I said, wow. So and I was waiting for you to hit that. That's power. That was a good time, that quote there. But anyway. Okay, then. You got to tighten up, Kevin. Me and you ain't vibe tonight like I wanted us to. I'll deal with you later on. But we got to get to a place where accountability means something. And if we want people to take us serious, if we want people to take the serious, and we got to hold each other accountable. And I'm not saying getting on social media and blasting nobody, but I'm talking about individually, us as men holding each other accountable. And that's how we get the best product in our city to advertise to the surrounding cities on what we got going on. But listen, man, uh, any other question y'all got for me, Kevin and Drew, or Miss Ishmael, like something serious, you know what I'm saying? Something serious now, Kevin, because you thinking, you looking like Ice Cube a little bit with the LA hat on, and you know,
I just want to say this was supposed to be maybe an hour long episode. It's Thanksgiving
never,
night. It's Thanksgiving night. We dropped this
never.
special
I
episode
ain't even.
after you
All right.
dropped some news in the early morning hours yesterday or today. Um, but I just want to close out and saying, when you look at over the past 3 years in Bo, you've seen some good, you've seen some bad. What you continue to see is a community that is divided for whatever reason. So what needs to happen, I need the community to be more involved. I need the city council to be more involved. I need current mayor, next mayor, however you want to put it. I need people to really start doing stuff for Bogue. Like just really doing stuff for Bogue. Yeah, we take a lot of stuff to social media. We do a lot of complaining. But if I look back, because I was on the inside circle of the last election, and we've seen everything that's happened over the past 3 years, I do believe Tyron came into this with passion, with knowledge, with ideas. He was probably the most qualified person to run. He was. But I think when you go off to college and you live in these different cities, you meet different people, you're in different settings, you carry yourself different. You have to. In the airline industry, we call it being political. You got to know when to say things and when not to. You got to know how to be a Swiss Army knife in different situations. But I think one thing that's never going to change is Bogue. The people in Bogue, small town mentality, it won't change. No matter how you look at it. It's been like that forever. Oh, I know you raising your eyebrows, but it's been like that
I,
forever. So
yeah,
people,
because we'll talk about that later on.
but I'm saying people, it's gonna
Yeah,
happen. It's
I
not.
got
It's
you.
not gonna change. So to your point, the leader has to know how to be able to navigate in those circles, whether it's somebody that hates you or whether it's a white man, black man, whatever. You got to know how to navigate. And I think
Absolutely.
the transition of what everybody was so used to, when you look at past mayors and how the city was running, they weren't ready for Tyron. They weren't ready for somebody to come down here and operate quote unquote correctly. They never seen it before. They've never seen that. They've never seen transparency on the internet. They've never seen accountability. Now, I know there's some rumors of things that everybody may not be privy to. All right. But from the outside looking in, like everybody else, maybe, just maybe, it was a little aggressive for the people of Bogalusa. Now, you can do what Tyron did probably in DC, probably, I don't even say, I want to say New Orleans, maybe a Texas, maybe it's a Louisiana thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a small town thing. But sometimes you got to go in there and you got to, no, I ain't even going to say that because Drew going to hit me with a pause. But sometimes you have to hold people's hands. All right. You got to be able to know how to navigate, maybe not be so aggressive because Bogalusa isn't going to change in that aspect. But at the same time, the citizens and the people that are living there on the outside looking in, you play a massive role that y'all don't understand. You play a massive role. And this whole thing of bringing Bogalusa back or making it the Magic City or making it as big as it's ever been, you play a major role in it. And look, I want the best for Bo just like everybody else in this podcast. I do. And I'm optimistic. But at the same
Kevin.
time, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, man, so much you said right there, and we're not gonna talk about that tonight, but we definitely gonna talk about it because a lot of this stuff is just not truthful. And I don't want you to. I want this your word for the rest of the year. It's only a month left, but I want you to remember this word here. Solomon in the Bible was a wise king, wisest king ever known to Israel. He prayed and he asked God, and God granted him whatever he wanted. He asked God for wisdom. That's a word that we overlook and take for granted. Wisdom is the key toward success. I don't care how smart you are. Without wisdom, you'll shoot yourself. Okay, how smart you are without wisdom, you'll go bankrupt. You must have wisdom to put things in motion. And that's very key to know. And so when you look at a lot of bad decisions, people say that wasn't wise. Because wisdom comes from God, man. But also earthly wisdom comes from experiences. And without experiences, without having experiences, the proper experiences, how can you know what to do, when to do them? I
From what I
wouldn't I
said,
wouldn't
what
have
did
been
you
no
disagree
great
with?
man. I'm not gonna talk about that right now because that's gonna
No,
open the
no.
door up and that's gonna be another. No, I'm serious. I don't
Two
agree with none
minutes.
of it.
2 minutes.
I don't agree with
Two
none of
minutes.
it.
How can't you? Because
I
the
don't agree
thing is
with
this. The
I,
thing
I don't
is,
agree with none of it.
but let me tell you, this is the thing. Oh,
Pour your mic, Kev.
this is the thing. Oh, running a city is being a manager. You have to know your people. You got to know how to interact with people. You have to, and you have to understand that when you look at bold small cities or any department that you're running, everybody has a different personality, and as that leader, you have to know how to make those decisions. You have to. So,
So say my
which
word then,
part?
Kevin. Say my word.
Which part?
Wisdom.
But that
Say
how can
wisdom. If you're
but
running a
I'm
city,
not
you got to
following you.
know. Okay, and
No,
that's
I
cool. I'm
need
just telling you
no,
if
what I'm
you.
saying is I need more detail of what you're saying. Like, what do you mean by wisdom?
Oh, okay.
Where is the lacking at from what I said?
Well, a wise person will seek advice. A wise person will listen to others. A wise person know how to work with others. A wise person know how to use everybody towards their strengths and not towards any personal gain. A wise person know how to put people in position and do what's best for all. Wisdom will get you in some doors and keep you in some doors that knowledge cannot do. And all I'm saying to you is, I just feel that without proper experiences and certain things you've been through, how can you really gain wisdom, earthly wisdom? And that's and it's some stuff you said. We're gonna talk about it. Not tonight. I got to go to sleep. Not tonight. We're gonna talk about it because I
Hey,
don't agree with nothing you said, and we're gonna talk about it.
I think we're agreeing and walking in circles because you're talking about wisdom and I'm talking about leadership, and wisdom is a quality of a leader. So I think we're on the same page here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're on the same
Yeah, we
page,
are on that
but
part.
so
I don't like the meat. I like the gravy, but I don't like the meat right now. It's some good gravy, but the meat, I think the meat kind of spoiled.
Hey
hey,
man,
look, man,
let my boy
look,
go, man. We
hey,
be there.
look, man. We 3 hours in. It,
Yeah.
it was a great episode. I want to thank Shakara for coming along as well as watching and hopping on the episode. We had Pastor Michael O'Ree, announce his candidacy for mayor, city of Bogalusa. Uh, Drew, before we get out of here, do you have anything to say for the people?
Yeah. Only thing that I want the people to do, and I'm gonna always stand on this 10 toes down, man. Is like when I ask questions, I'm gonna listen. Um, and one thing from the very beginning of the podcast, O said something, and I've been paying attention ever since then. Um, he said, if anybody have a problem with me and they have facts that they want to, state or bring up, and like I haven't had a chance to look at all the comments or anything, but I've been kind of scouring through, and I ain't really seen nothing. You know what I'm saying? That that he, that would make it seem like anything different than what that's what's been said, a million times. So, I think that kind of like goes to his point of, look, man, you can not like somebody, but at the end of the day, man, that's all it comes down to. The only thing that I ask people for is when you're making your decisions, make them with your intellect and not with your emotions. Um, we have a very big if Tyron decides to run again, or whoever runs, that's a huge decision to make. And I want people to get out of their feelings, get out of their emotions, get out of their feelings, and focus on what's best for our city. I don't care where it comes from. I don't care who it comes from. If it's gonna be what's best for our city, then that's what I'm gonna go with. And I ask that the citizens of Bogalusa do the same. Let's get out of our emotions. Let's get out of our personal beefs and vendettas, and vote with what's best for us. So,
hey man, once again, it's been a great episode. This is episode 20, I believe. Make sure y'all check us out on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. It's Night Train Podcast brought to you by Night Train Media. Once again, Drew is dropping Drewville. I got double shots of K with my wife, Katie. And I also have Unqualified Analyst as well that you can find on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube, man. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. It's been a great episode, and we out on the Night Train.
Hey, Kevin.
What's
Oh
up,
my
man?
God.
We out of here, baby. It's the Night Train.
Listen, man.
Hey,
You got to learn Night Train etiquette.
Hey, man.
Now, if a preacher come to your church and
half
preach,
of my show. What are you talking about?
hey Drew,
This is half of
hey
my
Drew,
show.
if the visiting preacher come to your church and preach, who gets the last word? The visiting preacher or the
Hey, you
host?
tired? You about to go to sleep?
The visiting preacher got to do the benediction, man.
Hey, man.
Hey,
I'm sorry. I grew up a
hold on,
Jehovah's
Kevin.
Witness.
Hold on, Kevin.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on, Kevin. This your boy
Church you went
Drew.
to,
All
Kevin?
I'm saying
Hey.
is,
We about to pull out our
if
song
the
book and
visiting
sing a
preacher
song
come to the church
get
and
out of
preach,
here.
Drew, who get the final word? The visiting preacher or the host preach?
The visiting preacher get that benediction, man. He get that.
I don't
That's
know,
all
man.
I'm saying.
I went to the Kingdom Hall, man.
Listen, hey, Kevin, Drew, and Miss Ishman. Everybody raise their right hand so we can get dismiss the proper way, man. May the Lord watch.
May the Lord watch
Repeat after me. Between me and D.
between me and D.
While we absent.
While we awesome, one from
One
another.
from
Oh, yeah,
another.
go ahead. One from another.
Amen and God
Amen.
bless. Hey, put the cup down, Drew. Not the
Hey.
oh my God.
Hey, man. Shout out to the Night Train. Shout out to the city of Bogalusa. It has been a great episode. And we out of here, man. Y'all have a good night. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody back home, man.
Yeah,
Make sure you
man.
hit us up, Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Y'all show some love tonight.
Hey,
Outside the state too, man.
y'all do not forget, go flame that cash app up for Central Elementary, man. Let's make sure
And
that we
me,
flaming that cash app up.
Go ahead.
me and Chris will come out with our podcast too, Kevin. It's called Get Your Mind Right Podcast. And we're gonna be dropping on Spotify and what the other stuff you said? Spotify and something else.
How you gonna
We gonna
try
be on all
something
that
you know
too.
the platform? Go ahead, man. Hey, man, once again, shout out to everybody that joined us tonight. Shout out to Shakar for hitting us up. Shout out to Pastor Michael O'Ree. Drew, love you, my brother.
Hey,
Love
we
you
still
too,
live,
man.
man, or
Y'all
what?
have a good night.
Love you
We
too,
still live, man. We about to cut it off. Hold on, man. Y'all have a good night, man.